everything that she'll just tell them. She has nothing to hide. She's just like, it's great. Everything is good. This is what we're doing. These are our festivals.
Okay.
We made it
Yeah,
through the
like
plague all right.
it's it's a lot of info. That for also interestingly enough, while this one does speak telepathically, it's the way that it communicates is not nearly as chopped up as Pick, and it doesn't have the run-on sentence. So like that is probably just a her people thing. Um, but yeah, it does go over basic things to keep in mind, specifically when you're traveling across the Skyfall Peninsula or just anywhere in the Hydra Basin, um, which is like the densely jungled rainforest. I guess it would be northeast part of Zendrick. It warns you that a lot of these tips and tricks will actually get you killed if you head out into the desert in the far west or the wasting plain. Specifically, it recommends avoiding the wasting plain with these tricks. Um, and it just flat out says stay out of the blue spine peaks, that type of thing.
Okay.
What's
Anything
in
the
blue
soft bodies
spine?
need.
I'm sorry, say again, Pick?
Anything the soft bodies will need to stay comfortable out there. Like we
It
have
just
fear
it
moths,
just
stuff
is
like
kind
that.
of like an elaborate shrug with all four arms, and it's comfortable is debatable. They should have things to keep dry.
Okay.
Tents, mosquito netting,
I was just gonna say,
a lot of pairs of socks.
what's in the Blue Spine Mountains?
Yeah, if anybody asked that, it would just answer cold death.
Let's avoid that, shall we?
And
Yeah, I
the
think I'd win.
the the killing silver wings.
Ugh.
What does that mean?
And oh, the companions that I have had that would be like, they don't sound so tough. Let's go get them.
There's a lot of
And
them.
as
That's
Balthazar
part of being
says,
an
they don't.
adventure.
As Balthazar says, they don't sound so tough. Let's get them.
Yeah,
Mm,
exactly. But yeah,
Anything to
it
break monotony.
he refuses to go into much more detail about that, other than just a general thing of like avoid the southeast. Um, he just seems to consider it a frozen hellscape. He will
Oh, sure.
mention he will mention that the south uh southwest has the homeland of, like, he wouldn't say lunatic, but the eccentric warrior folk. Uh, more cousins pick, which you actually had heard of and hadn't, but I hadn't seen until you came to Stormreach. They're closer to beetles, and they're bulky, big, and ridiculously obsessed with killing things.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're like apparently they're not much more beloved by his folk, but yeah,
They sound really cool.
very beetle coated.
What's
Like out
on
of character, I would like to meet the fucking like giant Heracross warriors. That sounds awesome.
what's on Eve rice?
What's on what?
Eve rice.
I
I
may
don't
say
know if you're
otherwise.
talking really far away from Eve Rice.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm deliberately mispronouncing Ever Eyes.
Oh, okay.
Rice.
More cold. That one he just doesn't know. He's like he's just gonna say it's more cold. It's in the name. He avoids the cold places.
Damn.
Good God. Um.
Is
Some
that Scott
good,
again?
it's a good ass
No.
tape.
But anyways, yeah, it's his basic, yeah, mosquito nets. Um, he'll mention that they often complain about leeches. You know, the people he escorts complain about the leeches you pick up by walking through anywhere. Yeah, he mostly mentions that the people he escorts complain a lot until they usually die.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to keep mine alive, which is why she'll just speak in 3 Akreen because she doesn't often get the opportunity to do it.
Yeah,
And she'll
the
just be like,
mutual accents, like I feel, what would you say Pick's regional accent sounds like? What would you say your people's accent is in Turkey?
I mean, the equivalent to an English, probably like,
Is it English or is it English? Like, is this
There are so many.
it's
is it upper
English.
class or
It,
like Liverpool?
Or
no,
Geordie
it's
or
not.
Yorkshire.
There's no class to it. It's probably like really heavy. I
Oh
don't know,
God,
Hispanic
Pick sounds
almost.
Cockney. Pick
I'm
is
in a
Cockney
I'm
and
in a
try Creek.
spiffy mood here because I live in a shithole. I hate
I
the
would
fucking
love that.
place.
I would
Oh,
love
where
that
there's
Pick is
bandits down the
Cockney.
road there.
Oh, have you ever heard of a Cork accent from Ireland?
Yes,
I
yes.
I have not, but I would
Yes,
Quirky.
believe
yes,
you.
that attempted English. Yes.
Oh God. Okay. So yeah, I would say this guy's accent to your ear probably sounds like somebody putting on a lot of airs. Over pronunciation of everything. Using three you keep using $5 words when a $1 would work, that type of thing. His particular group of Farakleen are known for like building big things, and they seem to view themselves in a like, oh, we're the
Elevated.
builders. Everybody else is just weird. So, but yeah, that's fair.
Sam,
And yeah, he gives you some pretty good tips and tricks. I would say for 10 gold, especially if you buy it from him, you can get all of the equipment to avoid like elbow leeches and stuff on your friends as
Okay.
they're wandering around the jungles.
She'll pay it and tuck it into her bag of holding to give to the soft bodies later.
That is fair. Okay. Yeah, then with that in mind, you are ready to head out at leisure.
Sam, did you get my my DMs?
Probably. Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, actually he would tell you that he has a clutchmate who specializes in such things and would take you to them. And one sec here. Actually have this person, this NPC. Where is it? Downside having all this stuff here. There it is. Okay. Yeah, then he would take you, ironically, towards the stables, or specifically the stables of the arena, where, let's see here, uh, he takes you to the headquarters in the arena of the Hive, one of the stables, like teams that fight, and they are all Thri-kreen, kind of their shtick. Um, but yeah, there's someone there is willing to sell you armor that matches the specification you had.
Okay,
It's
and
you would need to have them size it down a little bit, but yeah, it works.
awesome. And I think we still have access to. I mean, I have access to the party fund, so that should be okay.
You guys all have a checkbook. You're good.
Yeah.
Like, this is this is Eberron. Checks are a thing.
Put it on a party card.
Honestly. Okay, cool. I thank them profusely. Like, I'm very happy that we are able to do this.
Okay. Yeah.
So, sorry. Go ahead.
Then you have it and you can present it at will. But other than that, you guys are ready to leave Stormreach and head out into the jungle.
Real quick, DM. Just do a little bit of belated shopping. I see that a rare magic item would be between 500 and 5,000. How much would it be to get a +2 shield? Or upgrade my +1 shield to a +2 shield?
Well, let me look here. And while I'm looking this up, Sauce, you were saying something?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, since like 3 days there, 3 days back, and Joe DeZoe's bout is in 7 days. Is it worth looking into mounts to shrink that time by a day or so,
That's true. It would definitely be faster, at least initially.
just in case like it takes us more than a day of being there to handle, you know, whatever.
Okay, okay. So for your plus 2 shield, there are two options. Asking around the many armors that are available in the city. You could get it basically upgraded to a +2. They'd take some parts out, replace them with, more rare metals, add a new layer of enchantment on top of it. Basically, scratch out what they had to of the spell circuit that enchants it and just make a more complex one. And that one would run you about 1,500 gold. But you would need to leave it with them for a couple days. If you wanted to buy a fresh one, that's going to be at least 2,500 gold.
Hmm. And I don't think we'd be able to get it. We'd have enough time upon getting back for the bout. For the
Well,
next
it
fight.
would be ready by the time you got back, but it's one of those, like, if you want to go into the jungle without it, that's the question. Normally it would just be, oh, I don't have my shield for a couple days, whatever. But
Um. Hmm.
you can also sell them your old shield for, they'd be willing to take like 1,000 gold off for the old shield.
I mean, I'd buy the shield off you for 1,000.
I'll buy that for $1.
I mean, it sounds like basically if I sell the old shield and get a new one, it's basically the same as the longer upgrade option.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how attached you are to that specific shield.
Uh, Joseph thinks in terms of rather material things, so
Not a
he
lot of
would,
sentimental stuff. That's fair.
yeah. It'd be a different story if it was his plate armor, but because that was one of his first super cool var things.
That's true.
Um,
It does have a cape even.
yep.
Ooh.
So yeah, he's going to sell his old shield to get the like $1,500 option then.
All right. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
you now have a +2 gold, assuming you pay out the difference.
Yep. Um, let
Cool.
me duck out for my
And
phone.
with that in mind, was there anything? Oh, mounts. Right. Let me look at mount costs here. Which, thankfully, mounts are a thing. I think I even had some mount costs when the party was in, well, when they were in Drow, Texas, so to speak. They were looking at mount costs then. Okay. So if you're looking at a horse, it's gonna be kind of expensive here just because they don't tend to do real well in this climate, but they're all right. I would say it's about 80 gold for a good riding horse. If you wanted to go with a feathered sprinter, which is gonna get you roughly the same thing, but it's a two-legged herbivore dinosaur, that will run you about 70 gold, and it's gonna get you about the same. It doesn't have the prestige of being like, oh, this is a proper Corvarin mount. That it's what the kind of thing a lot of locals use if they need to travel distances in the jungle. Disadvantage is you can't haul stuff very well with feathered feathered mounts or feathered sprinters compared to a horse, but they're quite nimble in the jungle.
So, hear
Then
me
it's
out.
a good choice.
Hear me out. Get feathered sprinters, and that way, like when we're done with Stormreach, we can set up a feathered sprinter ranch for Balthazar.
See,
That's
the,
true.
the problem with that plan is that when we're done with Stormreach, like that's a very optimistic takeaway from the situation.
Listen,
It will be our doom.
We're not done till I say we're done.
Jotazo is an optimist. Like
He is. He has to be. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So, and of course you can buy like a Trihorn if you want to go. They're not fast, but not a lot of things are going to stand in your way. Those are about 200 gold apiece, but yeah, it's got a little bit of oomph behind it.
Fucking Triceratops. I mean,
Yeah. You're riding an elephant basically.
So that is pretty baller.
The guy that we're saving, he's a dwarf, right, or a halfling?
He is a human.
Oh shit. So we would have to essentially bring one for him as well if we take the feathered riders.
Assuming you need to flee the jungle. Yeah, like you could do that. You could. So far, it's go to the go to the dig site, and like see what's wrong and help him calm the natives down, in whatever fashion you deem appropriate.
Presumably they have transportation. Like they went out there. So
Mm.
like I'm not worried
He's
about
probably,
covering for his crew.
It's a fair assumption that he has a group of people with him out there. Usually, it's not one person. So
Okay.
if it's a dig site, that implies he's got probably some manual labor to dig. So
Now, would these be renting or are we buying these?
you're buying it. They're not like any adventurer who comes up to them and says, "I want to rent something to go into the jungle." They have a good long laugh, Jonas style, and then like look to see if you're serious, and then laugh harder.
I
Like,
think
you're buying it if you're going out into the jungle. They don't expect almost any adventurers to come back.
I can make a horse, so like I'm not buying anything.
That's fake.
Interesting.
I can just make this is bullshit. I have the know-how. I love that that's also true in D&D.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, shit. I mean, I think it's a good idea, because just in case we don't know how long we're going to be out there or how long it's going to take.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys get mounts for everybody, or everybody who wants one, I'm gonna say Pick could get away without having a mount if she's willing to like get a little mini saddle and sit on someone's head.
She'll probably fly, honestly. She's much more comfortable in the jungle than they are.
It's
This
a
is-
matter of distances. Like they're gonna be
Yeah.
pushing. Like it'll be tiring as hell to keep up with them, but you definitely could.
Yeah,
it's
she
a
could,
matter
like,
of, yeah.
just ride on one of their little mounts or something.
Yeah, just
Perched on someone's shoulder.
how much
Yeah.
was it for one of the feathered ones?
70 gold a piece.
All right, I'll buy one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get one of the feathered ones. We should probably have at least one person with the Trihorn just in case we need some serious muscle.
Trihorn is gonna have a hard time keeping up with feathered mounts. Is the problem. Like it's sort of a. Yeah, you could have elephants with the horse cavalry, but everybody's gonna have to go at elephant pace because
Will that change our
Elephant.
timeline?
yes.
Okay.
All right.
And
Feathered
in the
sprinters
same
it
way
is.
that if it's either all or nothing with it, like everyone would need to get a mount in order to keep the speed up. That's the main thing is you can't have one person on foot and no one else, and everyone else on the mount because it's just even Balthazar. I know where this is coming from. Yes, you can keep up the pace for a while, but it is going to be exhausting.
I was gonna say, Old Gray is a speed of 50, and I have a speed of 50.
Yes, that's true. But like for going 30 miles through the jungle, you would be sucking wind. Old Gray will be sucking wind, but that's why you have Old Gray to suck wind.
What the fuck?
Old Gray is the fucking retired racing feathered sprinter he bought back on the island.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like yeah.
I was gonna
Old
say,
Gray
I think we're
is-
overcomplicating this. I think we're
Yeah,
overthinking this
Old-
process a little bit.
Old Gray is Balthazar's precious baby boy.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
will kill you if you harm him.
Okay.
He's a well-bred animal, but
As
um,
as
yeah.
much as Jotaro wants to embrace the Kuavar and get a horse, in terms of long-term planning, he will try to get like a feathered sprinter of breeding age to give as a gift to Balthazar when we're done with Storm Rage, especially
Okay.
since we have to buy the fucking thing.
I
Like
mean,
we
we as well
might.
keep him. Have a nice little feather sprinter ranch outside town.
That's fair. Okay. So it's sounding like people
I'll
are
buy.
going to be
I'm buying
purchasing
one.
things. All right. Other than people who are just making their own ride, or like
I'm sorry,
tagging
who's
along,
making their own animals?
The
our
paladin.
sorcerer, I think.
Yeah, I can just make a horse.
Okay.
A la the paladin levels. Yeah. Summons.
It's the Fine Steed spell, of course.
Uh,
Yes.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Purser was
Have you
here,
ever
he would summon his horse.
That is
have you
cool.
ever
That's
considered
cool
just
as your.
like summoning light, and then the light becomes a guy that can help you? Like that's kind of how I solve
yeah.
most of my problems.
That's cool as summoning an inflatable horse like your character did, Sam.
Yeah.
Pig is
I
also
mean,
like pretty tiny. I imagine she could just ride with one of us.
yeah, that was the thing, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see, I have a thing.
Well, I've
Where
got
is it?
plenty of money, so
There it is.
You said 70 for a feathered sprinter?
70 for a feathered sprinter, indeed.
I'm gonna walk out of mic range for 1 second. I'm very cold. I need a fuzzy blanket.
Lucky you.
I would rather be too warm than too cold, but that's just from growing up in upstate New York.
Yeah. She lives in the Rocky Mountains. Like,
Yeah, I lived in Chicago. I lived in the Chicagoland area, right on the fucking lake. So
I hated Chicago. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
I mean, yeah, it's Chicago.
I was there in winter, also, if I'm being entirely fair. Well, I guess I don't have an image for that. I could have sworn I did, but anyways, yeah, it's closer to an ostrich, but feathered dinosaur for riding. You guys all are mostly now have one, and as you have some stuff to keep leeches, mosquitoes, and other fun things away from you as you head through the jungle. Anything else?
I'm back.
any
Welcome back.
potions or anything else?
I think we stocked up again, didn't we? Because like that was after the
Yes,
airport fight.
during-
We like used a bunch of them, and then Purser was like, "Okay, I'm gonna top us off in the fun."
Yeah, there was some potion purchasing previously.
The dude who's in charge of managing a lot of that isn't here, unfortunately. But like, I'm pretty sure he said that he did it.
We're gonna
Yeah.
just say that he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
And in
inventory
addition to
sheet
the
has
purchased
4.
potions, you guys had pilfered some.
Yeah.
From the tower. Yeah.
We replaced some of the like because we used a bunch of like poison and stuff as well. We couldn't replace all of that, but like we tried to get some sort of equivalence ready. I think.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, with all that in mind, you head out into the jungle, or, well, more accurately, the surprisingly lush farmland and plantations that immediately surround the city. Um, you kind of like, given Stormreach's rep, they do play up the beyond our walls it's jungle, but it is a city that needs to function. The first 10 miles, I would say, are farms, plantations, just mile after mile. Pretty, I won't say thickly settled, but definitely very long-term settlements here. Little
That's for
hamlets and farmsteads.
That's for the
and such.
false sense of security.
There are signs of fortification to protect against the occasional raid, but from what you were told, Pick, by your cousin there, uh, there's things like that. Raids are less frequent in the last few decades, being a rare event. Surprising number of little hamlets and such that you pass through are almost entirely drow, which like you're kind of surprised to see that it's lucky that you're leaving as the sun is setting, because they're definitely much more active right now. A lot of them are coming out to start their night's work and things like that. There's a fair amount of the population does do business during the day, but out here where most of the settlement is drow, a lot of them just kind of reverse their schedule pretty happily, with only one or two people staying awake during the day to deal with travelers and such, or some livestock that are more comfortable during the day. Those of you who spent time among the native elves of Zendrick can tell that they're Volkori tribes, specifically the Naquala, based off the tattoo designs and the use of copper leaf vines to reinforce buildings. Those buildings are an odd mix of the smaller, rounded Volcoral style and a few that wouldn't look out of place in the warmer parts of Corvair. The crops being grown are almost all native, things like taro, sweet melon, rice, peppers, squash, rattle beans, and spit corn. You do see some imported plants like bananas and potatoes here and there. Surprisingly, there are entire farms dedicated to growing Coriva bushes, or unsurprisingly, to make into its gin namesake back in the city. The farmers in the settlements are friendly, although the Volkori are just as blunt as you found in other tribes. For those of you who are used to the Caperan Islands, it's more than a bit jarring to hear the majority of the Naquala here speak decent common. In the 200 years since Stormreach has been settled by Corvaran pirates, it seems that some of the native drow have adapted to having a major settlement nearby that was hungry for food. They've taken what technologies and customs they like from the foreigners and largely ignored the rest. So the first 10 miles aren't bad, and I would say starting off at around 7 o'clock at night, it is... How far would you guys go? Because you're eventually going to run into an exhaustion issue.
Like, when would we stop for the night? Is what you're
Yeah, I
asking?
mean, I think 10 miles is pretty good.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, you could get 10 miles your first day. That's much less than you would normally be able to, but you can make it up the next few days if you push hard.
No, yeah, like,
So, like, on the edge of this quote unquote like civilized area where it's a lot of tribal drow villages and such.
We
Well,
have
I would
what is
say-
the total timeline of days we have to do this before we have to be back for the Coliseum stuff?
Well, there's no timeline for how to do it, but it's a 3-day journey about, at least by Pick's pace. You could probably cut some time off that being on mounts. But yeah, it's
No, I'm
your
I'm
first-
asking what is the deadline for like when we have to be in the city?
Yeah, your first match is on the 8th of this month, and today is the 1st.
Okay.
We
We're
gotta-
probably fine then.
Yeah.
Like we can just chill and go the next day. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, with mounts especially, that's going to take a lot of the pressure off. Like it's not that you're covering way more ground per se. It's just that you're covering it a lot easier, and you are making a little bit of extra distance. But yeah, if you want to end it, like I would say probably midnight or so. At that point, if you bed down, looking around, if you find a farming village on like the edge of the sort of settled zone, somebody would be willing to let you sleep in like a barn or something
Sure.
for free.
Yeah.
Give
Sounds
me
fun.
a persuasion check to convince them that you're not ne'er-do-wells, or worse yet, you're
I
not
will,
like adventurers
I'll be-
looking to rob them.
Would be happy to provide. Hold on.
I would say you'd think that they would have like an inn or
19.
something
Oh, they have
deliberately.
inns. They have inns if you guys want to do it. It's just if you're willing to like, near the edge of it, it's starting to like, there's fewer of them.
Yeah, and
We're
and
gonna be
probably
sleeping outside for a lot of this anyway. We might as well just take the barn. It's free.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, with 19, you guys seem like an all right lot. The Bokori, who brings you in, warns you not to, doesn't care if you find him in your boots. Just shoo any scorpions away. He won't have anybody killing scorpions on his property, but beyond that, yeah, you guys are free to hang out or sleep in the barn, so to speak.
Cool. As we're setting up, Poniard pulls something out of one of the saddlebags and turns to Pick and holds out a set of studded leather armor. So while we were in town shopping with that Thry cream, I asked if I could get a point of contact to get this. This is a +2 set of armor.
Oh,
I want to keep you safe.
thank you. This is pretty.
He is studded with, instead of bits of metal, the studs are small, like almost violet crystals that are commonly used as psionic focuses. It doesn't add much
Ooh.
effect, but yeah, the psionics are a honored tradition among the more traditional Thryacrene in the jungles and in the plains here. Jungles, plain, desert, that type of stuff.
This is very pretty. Thank you. And you can have this one because she got a set, but it's only +1. So would I change it to? Okay, I think I can change it. 14. Or is that the weight? That was the weight.
You can manually change it on your side.
17. I can change it. There we go.
Okay, gotcha.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah.
Thank you, Poniard. She would give her the old one back, which is a +1. This way you can sell it. Maybe back where you bought it, since there's a lot of Thryacrene there. They would like it.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, Pick.
Thank
And,
you. I like purple. This is very pretty. Should do a little twirl.
Yeah.
And for once, you don't have to like take parts of the armor out to fit your second set of arms through.
Oh my gosh, it even made for when she'd be so excited when she put her second ones in there. She'd be like, ah, they're made for me.
Sadly, you do need to like adjust the back pretty thoroughly, like adjust the leather to allow your wings out. They still didn't adjust for wings, but other than that, it's pretty well suited.
Ooh, very good. Thank you. And she'd just give her a big hug.
Yeah, Pawnee would hug her back.
This is much safer.
That's the idea. I really don't want you to get hurt.
I am pretty quick. And I feel a lot healthier. Probably, maybe because I am away from the Dollar Manifest that is home.
I don't know what that means, but
I do love, now that I think about it, that Pix people have a rep among the other Thryacrene as like vaguely goth cockneys.
They're very goth because they're like, man, they do nothing but death. They live in the manifest zone of Dollar, and they're just like,
everything is skulls. They tried to sell me a skull coffee cup. Like
they literally put the corpses. They literally put their carapace on display outside of their houses. Like they put dead bodies as decorations. They hang them from the trees. Like these people are fucking metal, and they're just like, it's so we can honor them and they can be in the soul swamp.
Yeah, it's not even like a Vlad the Impaler like intimidation thing. It's all like it's just like genuine love of the
Aesthetic.
game. Yeah,
I just love the aesthetic.
Why else would you put up your carapaces? Perfect fry clean carapace shape.
Usually that's done with the flesh still in it, though.
Well, they
But
hang it
yeah.
out in the trees for everything to hollow it out. So you'll see like the corpses hung in the Soul's Light swamp to be consumed, the soft parts to be eaten and hollowed out. And as soon as they're
Jeez.
hollowed out enough, they take
That
them
is
they take them back and they put the carapaces, they decorate them and put them in
Yeah,
their
that's
homes and in
part
the
of
village.
why, even
So
among the
metal.
Sulatar, like they're not a favored slave group. But, like it's like they're decent at farming, kind of, but they're just too fucking weird, and they don't
Yeah, I
do
was gonna
well
like
outside
yell.
of the
That was
manifest
that
zones.
was horrific. Like that was an awful thing that you described.
I mean,
Uh,
it's like a sky burial, and then it's like there's those cultures that they take their dead every year and they carry them around the village and they feed them and they do stuff like that. They don't do
No,
that, but like
I understand that it's destigmatized for them, but if I come outside and I see someone's grandma up in the trees, like I'm fucking leaving.
Also, sky burial is explicitly an oxymoron, so you know.
yeah.
oh God. But yeah, it's. Did anybody else have anything they wanted to do before you kind of bed down in this? I would say it's a little noisy and like, but there's some parts of the barn that are relatively quiet. It's a lot of gentle bellows in here, but yeah, other than the soft like the deep pitch soft honks as the gentle bellows are brought in and out of the barn, you're good.
I think since like we spent most of the day on the road, Leia would want to stay limber and get some sparring in with some of the guys before they set out the next day.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
kind of like
honestly, just a chance to stretch. Yeah.
yeah, like kind of stay fresh. Don't get too like rusty for 3 days of like being on a horse. That shit is brutal.
Poniard would be more than happy to spar.
Sure, he would mostly ask you to hit him and make sure that he can like deflect it. He's a defense specialist, so like
Yeah.
Jotazo would join in to like kind of break in his new shield.
hell yeah.
Oh, why not? Inigo gets up and joins the
I was a
sport.
little nervous about you.
Yeah, I guess I'll join in.
I won't cut you. Thief.
Is it like everybody? Hey, I need someone to
Yes.
spar with, and everyone immediately runs over and
Please.
starts trying to kick him to go.
I just get JoJo
Monsters.
stomped in the middle of the barn.
You can certainly try.
Okay,
All right.
well, fair enough. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit of sparring back and forth, and yeah, you guys have. I guess it's definitely not the worst place that a lot of you have slept.
I've slept in so much worse.
Yeah, this is a pleasure compared to some.
Everything seems pleasant after the sewers. I didn't sleep there, but like, just everything is so nice now.
The idea that some people do probably was enough to keep Leo awake.
Yeah, you have to have appreciation in life.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, this
fair.
place is not bad.
It's when you're outside the city. But anyways, the sun arises the usual
Actually,
time next
could
morning.
we take our break now?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's not 5 my time, but all right. Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll take a 10-minute break. Come back at
Yeah.
that point.
BRB, y'all.
Well, I like to say.
Oh, that's hot. Fuck.
Fucking 2 hits.
Okay, be right back.
That pizza too heavy for you, Chief?
It was the tea. The outside of the glass was not as hot as I thought it would have been for scalding hot tea on the inside.
Oh, there's your joke. Well, there's your problem. It's scalding hot, man.
Well, I won't be able to taste anything for a day or two, so
Yeah, I say, I don't know if you guys heard, but I ran my first game yesterday.
Oh no, I didn't. How'd it
Yeah,
go?
pretty good. Sam didn't threaten to die.
Okay, it's a good start for sure. What's the setting?
Starfighter 2E. So,
Starfighter.
So it's the Starfighter universe.
Oh, Starfinder. I don't know anything about that universe. Like a synopsis. Yeah.
Think of it as it's if you know Pathfinder, the kitchen sink setting. all that. It's just that, but take it to a science fiction fantasy level.
Okay. So less wizards and warlocks and more plasma
So
guns and rocket boosters.
it's both. It's Star Wars. It's sci-fi fantasy.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh, I've got to ask you guys, since some of you live in places where there's humidity, and I do not live in places where there's humidity, what is the best cloth to sleep in? Like
Nothing.
pajamas. Well, if you were hypothetically sharing a room with someone that it was unacceptable to be
Okay,
naked
that's
in.
it.
Or something like, well, not even silk, like light, something
Like
light.
linen almost.
Linen?
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
one linen sheet.
I
would be
literally
what I want.
nothing.
I
Like,
mean, I'm going to
that
be
too.
sharing a hotel room where I cannot be wearing nothing, which is why I'm
I'm not
looking
saying
for
wearing nothing, but yeah, that'll be a problem.
so
So
like
I've
pure linen or pure cotton
even
or
when I
something.
was like in either pretty down south with no AC, which I don't recommend.
yeah, why would
A
you do that?
fan. Those are the barracks. But it's a good question. But yeah, like one light sheet and like a fan got me through it, and that was plenty. But the light sheet was primarily just to like, I don't know, wick off the worst of the moisture, basically.
Yeah. Regulate your body temperature as best as it can.
Yeah.
Would you say
exactly.
something that's like more fitting would be better if I had to wear clothing like or like a loose fitting nightgown?
I'd say
Nightgown,
loose fitting.
probably not. Like shorts, tank
Shorts
top.
and a
Yeah.
tank top? Okay.
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
linen sleep.
Like you want to stay away from synthetics and more towards like cotton, for
Okay.
sure.
Cotton.
I've used silk and it's okay, but like silk doesn't like sweat very much, so
No,
yeah.
and then you'll start pulling
Well,
like moisture on your body, and like that's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
all of my pajamas are for Idaho weather, and we have no humidity here. It's a desert. Like I constantly have to moisturize myself because I'm going to dry up and die. But like, if I'm going to be staying in the South, I hope the hotel has air conditioning.
The hotel's
But
gonna have air conditioning.
okay,
Definitely.
It
Like
has to.
no worries on that. Like they will lose people if they don't have AC. So you're good.
okay. So probably
literally
just
have to.
it's
just
fine to
normal
just have
tank tops.
We
You
aren't.
can get away
shorts and a tank
realistically.
top.
You can get away with your regular sleeping stuff. Like
Okay.
if it's too hot, crank that AC up. No one cares.
Okay.
good-
I
it's
just
good
don't want to
big-
be a grumpy Gus and not sleep because
No. You're good.
Or the
You said that
humidity
AC at 68
sucks. Or the humidity saps your will to live, so you'll fall asleep.
Not even that. Like I don't usually do this because I don't like being that cold, but like you can get your room down to 60, 50 something if you want, like to sleep. It's not comfortable for me, but you can definitely do it.
Well, that
well,
because
I'm
then
like
you're in
I
that
want
weird.
to be covered sufficiently. I just don't want to
Yeah.
die.
Nice, cotton. I would definitely trend towards cotton
Cotton,
shorts,
okay.
cotton sheets if you
Shorts
bring
and a
your own
tank top.
sheets. Yep, and a tank top.
Okay, this is tank top, capri, 100% cotton.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
when I was in New Orleans, I was in August and it was like
Oh.
90 degrees and 90% humidity.
Oh,
But back
yeah,
then,
baby.
I was like, I didn't mind it at all. And I mean, for the first time in my life, I have incredibly long, straight hair. It's like down to my butt and it's just like straight. And
Yep.
when I was there, I had beautiful hair. Like it was like, it was like full and like I was like,
Yeah.
oh my
Right.
God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It didn't just like frizz out.
No, it was, I don't have curly hair. I have stick straight hair. Like
Hmm.
it is it's very difficult to get it to hold a curl. So all it did was like give it life and give it volume. It was like, I felt like a
Give my
fucking hair
creature
model.
life.
I was like, this is incredible. I've spent so much trying to put volume in my hair and like different techniques and stuff like that back home because it's so dry. Everything either just fries it to like, it just doesn't retain the moisture and the lightness
Yeah.
because I have really
Yeah.
fine, but like lots of hair, but very fine, straight hair. So when I was in
It's
the
hard
South,
to
I was
fight
like, it's
the
beautiful.
weather. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is only $10
I
for.
did have an image. God damn it. Oh, that's why. I was looking in the wrong campaign. These things were first introduced in the last campaign. Okay.
Oh, I had a question
That's
about
why.
that. So, are
Yes.
they more closely related to clawfoots or what's the other one?
These are just Gallimimuses, basically. Let me see here. It's in the Vowkeepers campaign. That's why I couldn't find them. It's like I know I have these images. It's the last Eberron campaign. All right. Monsters. Here we go. Feathered Sprinter. Yep, right there. God. Yeah.
Those things look hilarious.
They are adorable in a way that only witless like birds can be.
I think there's an Eberron type of bird, like ostrich thing, that has like an axe blade on its head or something, and it's
Axe
like,
beaks.
Those
yeah,
are
and
actually from
Forgot
Faerun
them.
originally. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
okay. I've only seen them. The only time I've ever seen them come up was in Dan's Eberron game, so like I didn't. I just assumed, I guess.
That's something I think I've never actually encountered in game, but I've been aware of since like forever because especially since monster manuals are like alphabetical. Ever since like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
reading.
they're very like shit posty creatures. They look memey, so like they get some exposure
I
online.
like that there was at least an acknowledgement occasionally that like Faerun is supposed to be magical. Like,
Yeah,
Basically
they're funny
reading.
creatures. My favorite is the gelatinous cube, but those are pretty cool as well.
Yeah, reading. Running across that, reading my dad's old AD&D books.
yeah, yeah. My favorite, my long-standing favorite AD&D joke was the invisible stalker illustration. That was fucking great. Like, here's a picture of the invisible stalker, and there's nothing. It's just white.
That sounds like a problem.
Use your imagination. I mean, given how ridiculous a lot of the old school illustrations were, like, I don't know if
Like
that's
really old school D&D art is like rough a lot of the time.
oh, it is its own genre practically. Like
Yeah.
that
Like the
stuff.
beholder, which is like bulbous and weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like,
Silly.
A
and
lot
the
of the
funny part
monsters
is,
aren't even like the most agree. It's like mostly the humanoids. Like the humanoids look wild.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They look very, very Saturday morning cartoon. As opposed to like a lot of the ones nowadays, if it's a good illustration, it's like, God, that is a horror show. Like, fuck. I know this didn't sound like much when it was based on a plastic toy that you guys found, but fuck.
The
Did
more like traditionally fantasy the art becomes, the more you realize that this is not like a whimsical setting. Like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
it all really like exaggerates the level of like how horrific all these worlds are and how much it would suck to live in any of them.
I
hilarious.
mean, it's balanced out with adventure, but
Well, the thing is that
take
when
your
you
turn.
play the game, you're the adventuring party that's like the 0.1% of people that like survive and succeed,
Yeah.
and you're not seeing the like giant nation worth of dead bodies that are created by this like by this pursuit.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's old school D&D, there's a very good chance you're not part of the 1% that
Oh,
survives.
that's also true. But like ideally,
There's a reason they pay so much.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
It's like it's literally just the lottery. It's like
yeah. I'll
you
pay
can
you when
win the
you come
lottery
back.
and make the
Oh,
most
you
amount of money the
motherfucker.
most quickly that is like possible in the world.
Yeah.
But you probably just die. So like have fun playing the Squid Games.
I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, if it was an option, I probably would have done it when I was younger because it's more like
Because
either
you're
you are
invincible when you're 19. Everyone knows that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
also,
Yeah, yeah,
yes, also if you're successful, the rest of your life could have the potential to be very comfortable with, potentially the scars of your adventures. But
You
the
don't
other
value, like, you
alternative,
literally don't value that when you're young. Like, you're
yeah,
biologically
Builds
wired to
character.
not value it.
yep,
That's,
It
yeah.
builds character. It has a nice
well,
story. It's a nice
character.
story to tell at the bar.
Yeah.
Not to mention the numerous times in human history that you've had basically the equivalent of like, adventure, quote unquote adventuring, of like, yeah, there's a strong chance you're not going to make it. But well, obviously they didn't know that. But all the people, hopping on board with stuff and dying like flies. But a tiny percent make it and then become the equivalent of millionaires. Like,
Well, I'll take those chances.
look
I mean,
at
that's the
like
thing is the other alternative is like die horrible and in poverty. Back then it was much worse. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like the odds are more appealing back then. Here it's kind of like you're probably going to die impoverished and
Right.
perhaps suffering, but in more mild comfort than you would in the Victorian era and before.
Like, listen,
Yeah.
go to Jamestown, where like you have a 95% chance of like starving to death. But that 5% that doesn't starve to death becomes horrible plantation class billionaires. Like,
Yeah.
There we go. All right. With that in mind,
Money.
Is Joan back?
I think so. That's a good question, though. Still muted. Joan, if you're back, unmute. Yeah,
Joan
see,
did
that's
say
a
they were going to
test.
make a meal.
Yeah.
for their
I'm
wife.
hoping not like a full meal. That would be longer than a 10-minute break.
That would be longer than a minute break.
She's
It
making
is
like
giving
a
me
full
time.
turkey. She's just like,
Yeah.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
She's
turkey
fat
in
fucking-
the oven.
It is giving me time to shop pajamas, so I
That
appreciate
is
it.
fair. That is fair.
No, this one has
So
little
if it is not
moons.
too much, may I ask where you are traveling that it is not Idaho?
Tianesta, Pennsylvania, for the annual Firefly Festival.
Sure. Yeah, I probably could have put those together. That's
You said
fair. Yeah.
South though. I'm thinking like
Yeah, I was about to say that's not the South.
So, okay. So, Tennessee is southern in culture. It is not. It is not south by and large.
Geographic.
Climate.
It's not as humid. I don't know. Dan
It
complains
can
about the weather
be-
there all the time. So
Dan complains.
Well, like
Dan
Daniel is.
complains because he's not living in the fucking Arctic.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
why
say he's
Dan
kind of an
complains.
anomaly. Like anywhere but Antarctica is like not.
He's the only
acceptable.
human being I've seen who takes ice baths for pleasure. Like it is.
Does he do that?
Yes.
That motherfucker could live in Siberia and be content.
Yeah. Exactly. Which, you know what? Good for him. Like.
okay, I'm
a
significantly
millennial.
less worried about this now because I was
Yeah,
just like, I
don't
don't
be.
want to die.
You're fine. It might be a
Yeah.
little humid during the summer. Yeah, it'll be a little humid, but it's not.
You know,
gonna be
some
bad.
people take their vacations to go to Cancun, to go to Barbados,
Those people are fools.
Miami Beach. I know.
Do not
I
go
know.
to touristy places. Go to out of the way. Like, honest to God, the Firefly Festival is a really fucking good.
Yeah,
option.
like don't go to Miami, don't go to Tampa, go to like Coco.
Well, I
Yeah,
have a
like,
bucket
Mecca.
list to see very specific things. The next one is a leaf larger than I am. And
what? Interesting. Okay.
so I would like to see a very large leaf, preferably with lizards in the area, same vicinity.
So
But
Where did have a
fireflies is
lot of
for sure.
lizards.
find one of
So
those.
I was about to
yeah.
say it's a bit touristy, but when I went to Puerto Rico, iguanas were just wandering around like cats. Like,
That's really cute. No, I have a travel agent that I've used for 10 years and he's incredible. I recommend him to everyone because no, he doesn't cost a lot of money. It's not like some rich person thing. It's just like I have the executive function of a walnut and I can just go to him and say, I want to go see fireflies and I want to get here. And he can be like, here's 3 options for you. And he plans everything. I pay him $10 and it's over.
I'd say you can see some cool lizards. You can see some cool lizards right now in Florida, but it's iguana season.
It's the lizards are fun. Orlando isn't by any means the worst city I've been in, but it was not the best.
Get out of
If
Route
you
4
don't
and change your
if
mind.
you're not there to see the mouse's testament to mankind's greed, it's less than ideal.
Or the bioluminescent kayaking. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you want to pay pilgrimage with your sad life as an adult to the mouse, you got to go on Route 4, and Route 4 takes more lives than probably gunshots in fucking Orlando.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But the only thing I've always been concerned about the bioluminescent kayaking thing is why it's bioluminescent. that's always I've been like.
It's a type of bacteria. I know lots about bioluminescent creatures.
It is. They are cool. They are like I like them, but
They're aliens.
I was gonna say,
still,
Pick, are you a
there's
fan
a
of?
lot of poo in that water, like a lot of poo.
I was gonna say, Pick, are you a fan of sea creatures?
I don't like the ocean. I like the creatures in it, but I have to come look at them and then go sleep somewhere above where a tsunami can get me, and then I'm good.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay, Well,
Never
I'm out of
mind.
options.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that.
there's a game called Subnautica. You can get a feel for that.
Never.
God.
I will
Yeah.
never
No.
ever play that. Like I don't like the water so much that my parents were at a campground and like I was on vacation with them and they decided to camp like right near the beach. And as we were going down to the campground, it had all these signs like warning tsunami zone or whatever. Like and then I was like, oh my God, or not tsunami, what's it called on the Pacific?
Riptide?
No, it's
Tidal
just
wave?
it's maybe it's a tsunami. It's where there's the earthquakes and it'll like wipe everything out on the
Oh,
coastline.
I
It's
couldn't
over
tell
on
you the
Oregon.
Pacific.
Yeah, it's in Oregon and I'm like all night I was sleeping in the back of their truck because they're like, you want to come on a free vacation? I'm like, yes. But I was looking at my phone for like how many earthquakes had been recently and like I just didn't sleep the whole night because I'm just like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
this
Oh
is the
God,
way this
you
is
did
the
that to
only way I don't
yourself.
want to die.
Aw.
This is I'm okay with anything else. I'm ready to go at any time, but I hate water and I'm terrified of drowning. I'm a strong swimmer, but I don't want to die by
Hey,
water.
hey, at least you're more considerate about that than Scott was to me when I went through my second hurricane and took out my power for 2 days. I
Oh my
finally
God.
I told you the story. I know I told Sam it. I'm up. I'm so because it's so fucking hot and humid. I couldn't sleep. It's 4 in the morning. I literally I have slightest signal on my phone from data. I caught on. I just like, yeah, fuck. I'll go on Discord. Maybe just let me fall asleep or some shit. Just I get a fucking message that was originally sent at like 1 in the morning my time. I didn't get it till 4 a.m. And it's fucking Scott sending me, "Hey buddy, you still alive down there?"
I mean, you
Right as
hit.
a massive hurricane just swept through fucking Florida.
Well, and to be fair, you
The
answered it, so you were
the
fine.
the town like 4 towns south of me got hit by like 30 tornadoes.
Jeez. See, like
But
this is why like Florida is just it's just not it. Like, okay, cool, fun to visit, but like you guys have too much shit going on. Like all the time. You don't
from
There's
what
it's too
I've
literally
much.
nothing.
heard,
There's literally
if you're
nothing
not on
but
the
hurricanes.
coast, if you're in the, I guess it would be West Coast, right? The West Coast of
Yeah,
Florida, like
Gulf Coast just gets hit by them constantly. The Atlantic Coast, there's a lot of military installations there, and I'm sure they did some shit to make sure no one goes near it.
yes,
Like there are
I don't
stories of
know.
them literally digging into the ocean to like because it's Cape Canaveral, all the fucking NASA shit's there, so they actually dug into the ocean to kind of push it away.
Right. Well, I see a message here from Joan that she is back, and I'm willing to believe that. Joan, are you with us?
She did say something, I think.
Did she?
Yeah.
I did say something, but I'm also eating my dinner. So
Congrats.
yes,
So
I
I'll
have
make sure.
returned. Let us continue.
You
I'll
have,
make sure to
Yeah.
have a
you
lot of
have
focus on Pawnee then.
I'm
Okay.
happy for you for having dinner because I like my alarm didn't go off this morning, so I overslept and like barely made the game because my alarm didn't wake me up. So I have not eaten yet.
Fair enough. Yes, we here in friendly territory outside of Stormreach. It's not a vacation destination, but maybe it could be. It's quaint. Um, and out of curiosity, having seen the meme, is Jotazo discerning enough to like not go into a various unpleasant spiels based on the fact that these are clearly Volcori tribes, like these are settled Volcori tribes, or
That
is
that
this
was
just
that was more of
any
a meme. Like
any drow? Like as long as it's not any drow, okay.
it would probably be like a maybe a double take before. Oh, those aren't females.
Yeah,
Like
they're not
probably
the
still not a
sweetest.
super fan because little Corey, weren't exactly like they it wasn't wide scale plantation and mining slavery. But if I
I
recall
have an out of
correctly,
character question.
Yes.
About Jotazo. Does he just hate Drow as a whole, or is he like does he have enough context in his head to be like, oh well, it's that tribe that's like that? Because like Bemi was a Drow, right?
Bemi
uh,
was a drow. Bemi was an odd drow, but he was a drow. Yes. Yep.
it was more like generally heavily focused against the Sulitar themselves
Okay.
because
I feel ill, and it's probably a lot of it is involuntary. Like if you were sent to the death mines by like
Oh,
a
there's an
comically
internalized
cruel group.
element to this for sure. I'm just
Yeah,
wondering, like,
yeah.
Is it just like blanket racism or not? It was my like basic.
I would say
like,
it's blanket racism against the Suatar rather than Drought as a whole.
okay,
Yeah, there you go.
gotcha.
Yeah, and yeah, the Sulatar are a rough group to like, I will say.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with all that in mind, you guys wake up. It's a new day. That as I mentioned, the farming settlement gets pretty quiet during the day, especially in the morning. There's still a lot of people basically like heading to bed, or heading to rest, so to speak. But yeah, your second day in, it like now that you're heading out of the uh, comfort zone, I don't know, settled zone, sort of. There is a
Boreal
road.
world.
Yeah, there is a road. Um, it's you, like according to the location that Lady O'Marin gave you, combined with the map of the continent you have, you're able to suss out it should be pretty close to the main road that goes out of Zendrick.
Wait,
You don't.
I thought you
I'm
couldn't.
sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought the whole thing was you couldn't map this place. Like it
Oh
doesn't
no,
work to navigate.
you absolutely can map parts of it. It's just
Okay,
the maps are really not accurate when you hit certain areas.
gotcha.
Um,
Okay,
a lot of the curses, so a lot of the curses were deliberately like Keith trying to make this into a continent-wide mega dungeon, but they
yeah.
kind of some of them just aren't valid, and some of them have rules that like it's up to the DM to interpret.
Hmm.
Um, the mapping thing is just not a thing in mine. You can absolutely map Zendrick. It's just
Okay,
not particularly useful if you hit an area affected by the Traveler's Curse,
gotcha.
which is spatial magic gone wonky.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry for
No,
interrupting.
no,
I just
you're
wanted
good.
to.
It's a valid thing to bring up. But yeah, following the map, following the road, you're like, all right, so if we just follow this road, we should have a pretty good idea after a certain distance traveled. Um, so let's see. Heading out. After the first day, well, your first real day of travel, the number of farming settlements and plantations and such drops off to just about nothing. And your first full day of travel, once you're headed out, you see maybe 3 plantations the entire full day of travel. Um, and with this, foot traffic drops off accordingly, and the road, once wide enough to accommodate several wagons, has narrowed down enough that you'd be lucky to have even one not scrape against the pressing foliage. Um, the path itself seems not quite paved, but it's some type of strange, like grayish material that if you reach down and sort of scrape at, seems astonishingly resistant to damage. But whatever it is, it's endured for who knows how long. But yeah, you're on a relatively narrow trail, but it's still not like a trail. This is more of a road than a trail. My correction there. The humidity, already noticeable this time of year in the city, becomes almost stifling in the jungle proper, away from the sea breeze and open spaces. And yeah, you're by the second day, I'd say you've made very good progress on your mounts. The feathered sprinters aren't thrilled, but they are perfectly capable of enduring this much better than a horse would. So yeah, you're still making very good time. And as you guys go to bed down for the night, do you want to just basically like pull off to the side of the road, so to speak, or do you want to try and find like a high point and stay on that, or
Pick
is
would
there
help
anything
look
you
for
look
a
for?
spot.
I think
Okay,
that
so like,
also like not all of us sleep, so I'm not super worried about like, oh, we don't want something to get us in the night or
oh
whatever.
yeah,
Like we're
yeah, yeah. What are the odds something would happen? But
well, like the worst
What are
case
the
scenario,
odds?
a giant monster comes up to eat us, and someone shouts, "Hey, there's a giant monster coming to eat us," and then like it's fine.
yeah, as long as it's not stealthy or anything.
Yeah,
Um, but
no, nothing. I trust you guys. You wouldn't let that happen.
No, no, it's a specific reference to um when
That
Pick
time.
got it wasn't even Pick. I think it was Ludger got distracted by maintaining his crossbow, and which was the excuse for a rather low perception roll at night. And Purser got like
His
roll
entire
call
10.
through with most of his tent. There was a displacer beast that just rather than try and like get him out of it, it just grabbed Purser's foot through the tent and
That's
dragged him
so
like
that's
half the
so
way.
funny.
Screaming into the jungle.
That's so
That's
funny.
really funny. He was like,
Yeah,
I hate this place.
I hope
I
that
hate
No,
this
I
happens.
think
place.
he literally was like, decided his character was shouting, I'm fine. Like, as he's getting like mauled slash dragged, tent and all, into the jungle. Like,
Oh, that's so good. Okay, yeah, no, I hope that happens. That sounds awesome.
But yeah, with being decent survival, it is a little bit off the road, but you're able to find a natural like high point where if there's a downpour or something like that, your tents aren't going to get inundated or swept away. Um, so far, the jungle has been a little different pick, but it's not wildly different than things back home. Um, it's not crazy different. So there's different smells in the air. It's subtly different, but overall, not bad.
Cool.
Oh, I want to sit over next to Pawnee and just say, I forgot to give you this back. And I want to hand her feather token that she let me borrow.
Is now
Did you
I
use
think
that or
those are
no?
one use, so I think
Yeah.
I think you're like giving her a stamped subway pass, but that is funny. I like
Oh,
that.
so I thought so. Are there two versions? Like one that's like a one charge only, and then some that are rechargeable, or is it?
Levels. I'm just looking here.
Okay,
Feather.
so I'm just gonna say that Pani is not this type of New Yorker to live in a multi like bedroom apartment.
Okay.
She lives in a postage stamp to like use the modern cool. She doesn't have one of the really fancy ones.
I mean, she used to. Yeah, probably Instinct still has you buy the cheap shit. You live in a refurbished casino. Let's be
I mean,
honest
now
here.
we do, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You didn't grow up
the
like
previous one got burnt down.
Yeah. Fucking burn down idea. Um, Featherfall token. Okay, here we go.
In covering the
Uh,
tracks, we started the Great Chicago Fire.
okay, yeah. The token's magic is expanded after you land, wherein the disc becomes
ah.
non-magical. Okay, I would say Pawnee probably by instinct still buys that. Am I correct in that assumption, Pawnee?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely, 1,000. Like, no, if you're from Sharn, you don't go anywhere without the Featherfall token. Like,
the tricky part is like not being a tourist and getting sold one that's already been used. Yes, there are people who
Exactly.
do that.
Exactly. I say, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought this was one of the reusable ones.
no, unfortunately not. I appreciate the gesture, though.
Well, I guess I'll just hold on to it then. I,
Consider it a memory.
of- Absolutely.
And yeah,
Yep.
is anybody doing watch tonight or
Pickle do watch.
like
I mean, she
Fucking
doesn't
yes.
sleep, so
after that story, probably some yeses there.
It's the
Couple
jungle.
somewhat.
Ponyer does not going like if I was like no, it's fine. Ponyer would insist. Like we are
How
not.
impressed Pawnee's been handling this. Like, this is so as bad as the Shadow Marches were. This is as humid as the worst parts of that were. Like, you don't know how it's not fucking raining out in the jungle here, Pawnee. This is rough.
Stifling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every breath is like it feels like you're breathing hot water.
Uh-huh.
This place is awful. Like this.
No,
Is...
she looks absolutely miserable. Like I'm.
oh,
Oh, don't we have the that cape that Calendon had, the watery one?
No,
You
I got
do?
that.
Yeah.
Do you have
I
that?
have,
I think.
Someone has
Yeah.
it.
No, I have
Well,
it.
oh, well then it should keep you cool, I believe.
Well, that is a fair point. I did not know Pawnee had that.
Oh
I'm
no, I have the bracers of the wind.
Mm.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like
Well, also that might help too, right? A little breeze.
I imagine Joseph is vibing right now.
yeah, like this is
This is the
like
best for us.
Pawnee and Jozo are just like, guys, what's like it's a decent night. It's a decent night.
Pick's going to take this opportunity to clean out her bag, and I'm going to regrettably feed the purple and red spider corpse to something a far distance from our camp. As I don't think it's good anymore.
okay.
And I forgot it was in there, so I'm taking it off my ID right now.
All right. Like, are you making a thing of this? Or are you just like leaving it in a spot and watching? Or are you just like, something will eat it? Like
Something will eat it. She's just going to go far enough away that it's not going to like lure something to the camp and then just eat it into the woods.
okay.
It returns to
Yeah,
nature.
yeah. I would say like as you yeet it into the woods, it bounces off a tree, falls at the roots, and then the roots wriggle and just like slowly suck it into the roots.
Oh, good.
Is that a
Fed the
thing?
trees.
So, the jungles of mainland Zendrick are interesting because the Giants did a lot of bioweapon shit, and a lot of it has just gone like a lot of it is still around. So stuff that they were making as bioweapons to use on each other is just like this is a comically over the top hyper carnivorous environment.
Oh no.
Yeah,
And I get that nobody likes Stormreach, but like I think it might be the best part of the continent. Like I'm gonna be so fucking for real right now.
yeah, yeah. There's a reason why Jotaro is like slowly starting to basically is like, wait a moment. The thief elves are terrible. Stormreach is also terrible. Both are heavily giant influenced. Therefore, the root of all evil must have been the giants.
I mean, yeah, a lot of elves will agree with you. Uh,
Me being, well, I mean, they were fairly awful. But I mean, let's not forget about the Age of Demons. Pretty
a
bad
little
time.
worse. Yeah.
A little worse, objectively maybe.
But yeah, so I would say as the night goes on, let's see what happens. Roll here. Okay. Pick, you are on watch. Is anybody else watching with you? Are you doing shifts, or is it just pick on watch with occasional assistance?
I'll be on. I'll after I take my
Second-
rest.
Second
Yeah.
half of the night type thing?
Yeah.
Same thing Bemi used to do, honestly. Okay.
Jotaro will wake up at dawn
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
and pull the last shift.
Okay. Fair enough. Then I would say pick the second shift when you have, well, you know what, just give me give me two perception rolls, pick, and then we'll have Indigo. Do you want to assist or roll your own perception on the second one?
Well, let's see. I'll do my own perception.
Okay, sure. 7, 10, and
For whatever reason, it didn't work, but
beaming eagerly.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
I rolled a natural 15. I was like sick, and then it just never came in. Okay,
Yeah.
natural 20
Okay, all right. Yeah,
for 26.
first half is nothing, but the second half, there is a like shuffling and something happening on the edge of camp as you see very slowly some type of raptor type creature is definitely circling the camp before you hear a like it lets out a chill shriek or squeak that sounds like a cross between a large bird and like the snarl of some kind of reptile as an enormous set of jaws close around it, and there's a scuttling as what looks like a cross between a crocodile and a spider scurries away. It's about 25 feet long.
That's awful. That's really
And yeah, that's other than that.
An alligator and spider. Excuse me.
No, it's actually statidite is a thing. Uh, yeah, there's that one is a out of character. You can thank the Sulyat League for that one. That was
The what,
um,
man? What are you talking about?
yeah.
The masters of the thief elves.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, other than that, nothing really happens. It seems like there may
You're
have
gonna have
been
to
an
drop
attack.
that. You're gonna have to drop some imagery, some art or something, because that's
Yeah, let's see if I can grab it here.
So us is
But
over
is
here like, I
unacceptable.
hate it. Please give me more.
let's see, Giant's Cat in the Drac. Here it is. But yeah, other than that, nothing happens during those shifts. And pick, you can either roll one with advantage if Jozo helps, or you can go around and like just let it to him while you wake people up or do whatever you like to do.
She'll let it to him while she wakes people up
That is
for a minute. He's very tough.
it'll be fine. Let's see.
He's per scurry. He's got this.
Oh, there it is. See if they gave me a good image. Monsters and Beasts. Snapjaw. Oh, that's it. Hit ray. Very much. To avoid slowing things down too much, I will post it when I find it. I feel like there was an image, but it might just be my overactive imagination. But yeah, I don't want to look through the thing too much here. Item powers, ancient cultures.
Well, as everyone's waking up, I'll just be like, I saw the strangest, most awful creature last night. Never seen anything like that before. It was half gigantic spider and half alligator. Anyone ever seen anything like that?
Does Pick have those in her homeland?
No, your homeland is thankfully free of those.
No. She'd be like, no, right? Not in the home.
Easily 25 feet long.
Ew.
I've seen some really horrible things. That's pretty much right up there, I'd have to say.
That's what I thought.
Dreadful things out in this jungle.
Like, I
Really?
mean,
You don't say.
The
Here we
jungle is
go.
pretty, though.
Good beasts. Let's see. Never there. That's the Batwing thing. No, that's Diamondback. No. Rock. Like I said, I can't find an image, but I know I think I have one somewhere. But anyways, yeah. So you guys don't have that encounter, thankfully, and it should be your last day on the trail, so to speak. You're making excellent time, and by the time the sun is setting, if you really push, you should be able to make it here. Roughly to where you're going. You don't really have like a designated stop point, but you know it's somewhere here type thing, like within a 5-mile radius. You just somewhere along the road you'll need to look for stuff.
when we get close, I'm gonna kind of break off from the group and just how tall is the canopy?
Pretty tall. I would say 30-40 feet at most places, much higher in some others, but
Okay.
yeah, by and large.
Question.
Yes.
Sounds good.
This is a dig site, so theoretically, trees have been cleared and such, right?
Yes.
So theoretically, if I use my boots of flying and just fly up like 100 feet in the air,
You
I
could,
should
you should
I would
be able to see
probably
it.
be able to see it relatively easy.
You'd want to be in visual range of it, but yeah, if you get close enough to it, you could just fly up and look around. You and or pick, yeah. Assuming they've taken
in
down
before in before a slew of arrows just like fly through the sky immediately.
I have an AC of 24. I like my
Yeah,
chances.
you're fine. Yeah.
I mean, well,
I'll
and
come back.
realistically,
If someone can snipe me, or
Fuck
there's
you.
enough people that can swarm me with arrows, we have bigger fucking problems.
Yeah.
yeah, I get you. I get you.
Have you considered that would be funny though?
It would be, but you guys haven't been like deliberately doing anything horrible to native groups, so you're probably not
But
going to get just peppered with arrows right away.
but counterpoint, funny.
Funny? Yes, and true.
Funny.
Like you could, I'll tell you what, if you just deliberately start doing awful things to the native peoples, we will have lots of funny moments.
Indigo, my
don't
man,
give
I
them
need you to become
ideas.
an
Don't
urban.
say that. Stop it.
Yes,
Indigo,
say
I
that.
have a job for you.
I do
I need-
onesies, not genocides.
yeah,
No, because there'll be no one to tell the horror stories.
yeah.
Jeez.
Anyways,
That
we
would take so
have
much time, though.
we have on your third day, continuing on with occasional pick and/or Jotazo looky-loos, you come to a point that, yeah, this looks right. You find a rough but wide trail that's been cleared, leading just off-road. Given how fresh most of the cuts look, this is either the way to a dig site or someone has just started randomly logging like 3 days out of Storm Reach.
If we go up the trail, is there anyone like there? Like when as we stroll up?
Well, if you guys do go up it, you'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just assume. I want to like
Yeah,
you
I mean,
follow that trail.
this is why we're here, I assume. So
Yeah. I want to stealth like 30 feet up into the canopy. Like, would you say in the canopy it's dim light?
I would. Give me a nature check as you gotta do that. Fine. Give me a stealth check too. Oh yeah, just out of curiosity.
With advantage.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're fine up there.
Oh.
So, so yeah, you guys sneak along, and it's a short way along the trail, following it to what hopefully looks like your destination. What was once a small, overgrown hill has been nearly completely excavated, leaving a sizable pit and plenty of exposed giant-sized stonework. Pick this, while you realize it looks very different, all dug up like this, you recognize the spot. Just a little below ground level stands an arch. Filling it is the familiar green glow of a transcend gate. This is definitely the one you used to come here. All around, there are rough-looking workers or guards, tents, tools scattered. Few of the guards eye you up, but don't do more than put a hand on their weapons, as you see a man in an elaborate white outfit breaking off from a conversation with a few of the workers coming your way. He shields his eyes with his hands and calls out, "This is a private site. Be on your way."
hail! We have been sent to assist. Actually, we are here on behalf of the Storm Lord, and he'll say her name that I don't remember.
Paulo Amaran.
That's the
There you
one. Thank you. Leo knows that I don't.
Yeah, no, I get you. The man looks a little skeptical as he gets closer. He doesn't appear to be any older than early 30s, with black hair in the distinctive brush cut that was common among many soldiers during the last war, and a goatee. His
Also,
white
he's evil.
His white outfit looks similar to Purser's preferred garb, but is clearly reinforced studded leather in a Carnathi style that must be utterly sweltering in this heat. Uh, at his side is a dueling rapier and a small spellbook. An albino raven swoops down from the canopy and lands on his shoulder as he looks you up and down. From Stormlord Omarin, truly. Well, that would be welcome news. I am Dedrick Baynar. Apologies for a tense greeting, but things have been escalating between us and the tribals. I suspect they intend to attack eventually.
We
and
understand
reaches out to
the
shake some
tensions are
hands.
high. It is no trouble at all. We are happy to help.
Let me put an image of him up. Yeah, he's just going around niceties as he's like shaking people's hands and things like that.
Leia will like get off of his horse and like shake his hand. And what's that? We've been on the road for some time. I'd like to get right into the work if you don't mind, considering the um, timeline pressures. What exactly is it that you would have us do? I understand that there are some pressure, like tensions rising with the natives, as you said.
Well, tribals, but yes.
Ew. Pick does not shake his hand. Yuck.
Well, I'm one of the archaeologists that the city keeps on standby for valuable ruins from the giant realms that once ruled here. I was busy with another site to the north when I got word that a group of travelers had seen a green glow coming from a hole in this hillside. Location matched with a map I'd acquired that showed important points during the height of the Kulsar Empire, so I rushed here. I believe this is part of an ancient gate system that may still have functioning points across the continent. Even if it doesn't function, we could learn a great deal about spatial magic from this.
I feel
Wow.
Purser would be exploding right now.
As far as the tribals, yeah, uh, they are quite a bit different than their more civilized cousins. No grand works or ancient legacies here, simply primitive folk dedicated to living in the dirt. The ones who've been threatening us are
Jesus
part of
Christ.
some religious group.
Pick just
Something.
on the network quietly. This person is a butthole, and I don't like them. Just everyone on the network.
Agreed.
Something about the spirits of the land, any excuse to raid and kill. I've seen about 5 of them, but there could be more. Not many more, though, or I bet they wouldn't have bothered with threats first. Uh, we, I had my familiar here follow the initial drow who made contact to a campsite about a mile away in the jungle. Or at least they might have moved by now, but that would be the direction I would go if you intend to take care of all this for me. I know I
So
would be
they,
appreciative.
if I'm understanding correctly, they take issue with something that you and your people are doing here. Was there any attempt at a diplomatic solution?
Well, they came forward claiming ownership, I believe. They had surprisingly decent common, but the entire there was so much wrapped in spiritual and references to jungle entities and ancient oaths, things like that. Um, I think they just don't like anyone interfering with the ruins in areas they claim. Honestly, that part is fairly reasonable, but I'm not about to be chased off here. This is too grand a discovery. Besides, we're barely outside of Stormreach's range.
I see.
Pick just
May
crosses all of her arms and just looks at the rest of the party like
may
Telepathically to Pick.
floofed.
Yeah, telepathically to Pick. Do you know how to shut the door off to get them the hell out of here?
One second. I'm just clarifying with Sam.
in the meantime, Leia would look at the guy and just say, may I have a few minutes to convene with my teammates?
Oh, by all means, it's a pleasure here. I would warn you, be careful at night. Well, I probably don't need to tell you this if you've been here for any amount of time, but Zendrick, Zendrick's environs are unkind at the best of times, and
Oh,
night
you
is not
don't
the best of
say.
times.
Oh,
We
you don't fucking say.
we appreciate your consideration, sir. Thank you. We will
She just
discuss
looks at him
methodology and get back to you quickly.
and clicks in 3 Akreen because she's fairly certain he probably won't speak it. I hope you get eaten by a tree.
He doesn't respond in any way to that if he understands it. He goes back over
I
and
mean,
he
like, this
starts.
is entirely vibes based, but I kind of doubt that he sees Pick as a people. Like, it's
Yeah.
So, and this isn't in any way an excuse for the behavior, but he does seem to regard the Sulatar warmly. Like, saying that they are inheritors of ancient culture implies this isn't like all natives are bad. This is he doesn't respect tribals, which is shitty, but it's a nuanced shittiness.
Over the network, you guys hear? I do have a clean shot.
Pick is like,
I
I
didn't
like you
deserve.
more every day, Indigo.
It's gonna try and like wrap my arm around Indigo's shoulder, just like
Oh,
Well,
I'm
he's
not
up in
there.
a
Like,
tree. He's up
yeah,
in
I'm
a
up
yeah,
in the
tree.
tree.
yeah,
You guys do
you're
not
fucking.
see.
On that note,
On the
Sometimes I
note,
forget that you're Batman.
we can turn it off. We have the key.
on that note, Indigo,
Yes.
you're really itchy. Like
Oh no.
it's odd that you're
Oh,
this itchy. As, as as you look over, you are still stealth perfectly. But there is a line of violet ants currently crawling up your leg. Um, and like as you look at the tree you're perched in, there are like every couple feet there's a pretty sizable hole in it, as it seems there are swarms. There's a slowly escalating swarm of violet ants crawling out of it in response to you standing on said tree.
Fuck.
Uh,
Uh,
this is less funny. I thought it was going to be like the giant ruins make my insides feel itchy.
uh,
I was
No,
assuming it was like a giant poison ivy situation. I really thought it would be like you stood on something you really shouldn't have, which I guess is kind of true. But
I've got nothing for this.
I'll
So
I'll
I
I'll
am.
try and I'll throw a lesser resto on you later. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'll freak out.
you guys just see like me break out of the tree lawn. Shit, as I'm like flinging pants. Like you guys have never seen Indigo like kind of like nonplussed before. This is the time where I no longer for a second like look collected and cool.
All of your
I
friends
I
dying in
am
front of you. Chill, ants. Your
losing
pants.
it a little
I
bit.
immediately look at Raga. It's like he had to go to the bathroom. That's why he wasn't with us.
yeah, like for his part, Dedrick has gone down and is like telling off one of the workers who just like casually shattered something. But a lot of the guards like looked up alarmed, but then seem like when you guys are, oh, he's with us, they kind of go back to just watching the tree line. Um, yeah, Indigo, you've taken no damage, but you are going to be like horrifically itchy around your legs for a couple hours, probably without. Luckily, in that pack that Pick bought, there's some pretty good local remedies to that would calm it down. Some
Pick will dig
like
around and offer him the calamine.
Once we have a more like while they're treating that, I imagine we're going over to a more like we'll just kind of like wander back in a little bit and like try to find a relatively like private area to discuss. I guess we have telepathy; it doesn't matter, but
yeah, but as far as like walking a little bit of ways and like he wasn't in the least bit thrown off by like, yeah, of course they need to plan out their assault. Good for you.
yeah,
That type of
yeah.
thing.
So Leo is basically going to open with all right, I'm sure we're all in agreement that this is taken a turn in terms of ethical standing.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
However, we were sent here to get the Stormlord's approval, and I imagine that if we are to change sides, then that's not going to warrant that approval. So we're at a bit of an impasse. I don't think any of us want to help these efforts, but we also have to figure out how to help the prince that we have sworn to.
Well, we can turn it off and we can go talk to the locals. The tribal brow are nicer than the Sulatar.
I will say turning it off is probably a good idea, but that would tip your hand to show that like,
Well, we have to
hey,
wait
you
until no
can
one's
turn
looking
this
at it.
thing on and off. Like, wait a minute.
We have to wait until nobody's looking at it or create a grand enough distraction and someone can turn it off while they're not looking at it.
Kind of sell it as like, oh, it just stopped working. Like that's odd.
I could do
Then
that.
that is definitely believable for giant ruins. Like that's part of why there are designated experts to go poke at shit, because even in a city as chaotic as Stormreach, they have learned poking at random giant artifacts results in some, what was the term? Funny? Some funny moments.
Yeah.
So
In the
Yeah.
same way that Chernobyl was funny.
yeah,
But
like
yeah.
there's some comedy there. But
So yeah, Leo would say, if that is applicable, then that is probably a fair solution. We could reassure the Drow that we will try to resolve the issue and have these people off their territories, and then uh, give the archaeologist, and he says it in quotations, less incentive to be here.
As I'm rubbing my leg down with the calamine, I say, I do have a fair amount of illusion magic at my disposal. It shouldn't be too tricky to craft something believable.
by the
Did that
way, just
Hey,
as an aside, before we get too far from it, that ants in the pants moment that was brought to you via real life memories of me. It's not me, but when we were doing training in Louisiana swamps, why that was a good training for Afghanistan, I couldn't tell you. I had a squad mate. We were doing cover, and we went up. Everybody went down, lying and prone. All found little hillocks and to get out of the water,
As
while
one does.
officers do officer things in the distance. And
Ari.
across from me, a friend of mine, also squad mate, started to like twitch, and then all of a sudden he jumped up and started just stripping. Um, like right there, immediately shucks off his ruck, shucks off the mortar system, starts just like pulling his stuff off, and our sergeant goes over to royally chew him out, and then immediately changes his expression and starts like beating his back with like his hat because he had gone prone on a fire ant nest,
Oh
and it had
fuck.
taken about 2 minutes for them to get through all his gear, but his gear was like completely infused with swarms of fire ants.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Hey,
Awful
we finished
situation.
that lane, and then he passed out. Like the moment we finished the lane, he just promptly went right. He said he was pulling fire ant heads out of his skin for like 2 months. But
well, at least they didn't
anyways,
punish him additionally. They recognized that he had enough punishment happening
oh
to him in
no,
that
no, there
moment.
like that was like it was other than laughter, there was no punishment. It was just like, yeah, that's about right. Uh, uh, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't have anything bad happen, but I did once have the joy of I made the mistake of when I put away my bag of beef jerky, leaving it slightly open, and I opened up my rug to find like 10,000 fire ants, like
yeah, yeah, they
infesting
help.
everything.
They help. But anyways, interrupt for real life silliness. Yeah, you guys, it is sunset's probably about half an hour away at most. It's already pretty dark here on the forest floor, but at least one nice thing about this dig site is, other than the kind of vague musky smell that comes with digging up this much soil around a ruin, the open air means there's a break in the humidity at least. But yeah, what do you
Quick
want?
question for Indigo: would you be able to create an illusion of the green glow, like kind of
Of
like
of
overlap
what?
it?
Oh yes, create a green glow. Absolutely.
Yeah, like disguise the fact that we actually turned off the real green glow until we've gotten out of here.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sweet.
Well, we have to see when they stop it going after it, when there's not a lot of them around, and then we can go turn it off. Well, create distraction, go turn it off, and then we can go speak with the locals. And when they ask we leave the glow until we get out of here. We go to speak with the locals. Obviously, glow will stop. And then we talk to the locals. When we come back, they'll be like, oh, it stopped glowing. We'll be like, that's weird. We went to go talk to the locals. And we lie. Because they are
There we
not
go.
nice.
And then they have no reason to stay, and we don't have to kill anyone that Paulo wants us to keep alive for whatever reason.
I mean, whether it's glowing or not, this
They're
is
probably
like,
going to stay.
yeah,
Damn it.
they're definitely going to keep digging here, but there would be less of a like. Right now, he's convinced this thing's active, and like, even if it goes to one other place, that would be a comically huge game changer for Zendrick, for Stormreach especially. It's like, yeah, we we found part of the old airport network that we can get going. Like that would be huge.
I don't want them to use it because I know where it goes on the other side.
And where
it
does
is
it
near
go?
more sacred ruins. And I know the ghosts there, and they are good.
Yeah, Jotazo is you know, doing some pondering. As you know,
Ponder.
yeah, occasionally like taking out like the rough map he made, and is like doing some measuring of distances and doing some pondering.
I mean, I think Jotazo knows where it comes out too, or at least based
Oh
on
yeah,
what Pick
he
said.
has big plans based off of
Yeah,
where it comes out.
yeah. The party knows that like
Big plans.
one of the smaller islands, in the Caperan Islands. That's that gate's still active, and this one is. So
Yeah, the one 5 feet away from the Wizard Folk homeland.
yeah, that's true. And like less than a day's sail. Well, I mean on your ship, but even in a more mundane ship, a fairly short distance from Mishann, as opposed to sailing all around the fucking Skyfall Peninsula and then back in. Um, that would be a shortcut, but it's up to you guys if you want that to be something that's used, by hordes of refugees or just for like um, for trade or travel. Like you guys have a key to this, and as far as you know, these gates are watched over by one particular group of Volkori Drow who, like, kind of view they at least the one you met claimed we handle big picture problems on Zendrik. We don't really concern ourselves with little shit like the other tribes. But that could just be them trying to feel important. It's one of those, whatever you take.
Well, shall we get started?
I think we should wait until they are not as active. They have to sleep, right? It is starting to get dark. They will, unless they are using drow labor, they will probably rest soon.
There are not any drow among the diggers. Oh, is that me?
Okay.
He's going to go see if it's his, I think.
There was some honking. But yeah, you could follow the directions while it's still light out. Try and find the Bokori tribe camp. You could wait and explore the site here. You could even go talk more with Dendrick, Dendrick. Whatever you want to do. You could talk with the workers.
I think my vote is we wait until they rest. We create a distraction for the guards. We turn it off. We then, because it's night, go travel and say hi to the local drow because they will be up then.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's my vote. We don't have to do
That's
that.
a plan.
That's
Well,
that's
It's
good.
a solid plan.
Let's go with that. Uh-oh.
Someone's
second.
Housekeeping.
Oh God, not more Instacart.
No, that's housekeeping. That's
Hello. What?
Do you want service?
Yes, please.
Okay, you have to get out.
You gotta go, baby.
The rest of this is just Scott carrying his laptop around the fucking parking lot. I would make fun of him for this.
Necesito limpiar el cuarto.
Yeah.
Should learn
Yeah.
Spanish.
I would have to step out for housekeeping, and I kind of need that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Let me go get my phone, and I'll. Actually, shit, I don't have that on my phone.
You don't have your phone.
No, I have my phone, but I don't have the.
Dude, if you need to bring your laptop to this room, you can. I'm still gonna make fun of you, but you absolutely can.
Yeah. Be right back.
Well, you guys are in the same place?
Yeah,
Yes.
go
Same
ahead.
hotel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, no, he does temp work for like I won't say my company, but like the company I work for.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a lot of travel.
It's a living.
Yeah. It's a hyper specific strange blue collar job. There we go. That's how I'll describe it. But anyways, so you guys have a
I still
plan
think
right now.
you're like in like some sort of like government contracting thing that you're just not being explicit about, and that's
Could
my
be.
headcanon.
I mean, I don't have any moral issues with killing people. It's just I'd like to be the one deciding about it. But anyways, yeah. So
That's fair.
you guys have a option here to think about, like wait until it's dark, go with Pick's plan. You have infinite other options, I suppose. Does anybody have an alternate plan?
I like Pix plan. I'm
Yeah,
about Pix
Pix plan is great. Let's do it.
Sounded
Yeah.
pretty universal. All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, in that case, you guys can like kill a couple hours until it's really dark. I mean, honestly, kill like 2 hours and it's gonna be pitch black on ground level. They mostly appear to be making camp around around the dig site itself, just to avoid like going into the tree line.
Yeah.
I will say the dangerous element here is that they definitely have a good bit of security at night. Unsurprising given the things you've seen.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem for me. And
yeah, it's definitely not outside Indigo's. Like, Indigo, you're discovering that there are some unpleasant. You can still stealth. It's just there's some shitty side effects to being outside of an urban place. Like,
absolutely.
I feel like Indigo is definitely a city boy at heart.
Yeah. I mean, it was always
like
out to the field for like a mission for a few weeks, come back home, decompress, a little back and forth. It was never like, hey, I'm going to go outside and be in the trenches for 4, 5, 6 months at a time.
Or live in the goddamn jungle for
or live in the goddamn jungle.
I think most of the party is city people, which is very funny. Like,
yeah, that's with the exception of Jotazo, Pick, and Bemi originally, but
welcome back.
But yeah, that sounds. You guys want to wait? You certainly can.
Quick, Scott, tell us what the next encounter is. You can see it on his computer.
He can see a Word doc.
Avert your eyes.
Yeah, staying muted for the most part to avoid echoing into.
But yeah, so I guess we'll just wait till it gets dark and do that thing.
Okay. Yeah, works. Then
are we gonna feign like we're making camp here for the night?
Yeah, like what is the excuse for you lingering? Because Daedra could be like, go do your task.
I think I would like Leo's idea would be to just say like, hey, they're gonna be more active at night, so we
need to recover, repack, and make sure that Indigo's the treatment that we put on Indigo is working, and that we need to rest our mounts because we went hard all day. Maybe.
I mean,
sure, just like recovering after like days of travel through the jungle, like makes sense.
we pretty much booked it, so.
Okay, he has no reason to think you guys would be strange about all this, so
yeah,
he buys that, and he does warn you that, as I'm sure you know, the drow do get more active at night, so they're more likely to notice you. But if you're comfortable with that, I assume it would be a better way to confront them directly. They're certainly more likely to come out.
I'm just gonna give him a reassuring. We appreciate your concern, but trust me, we have no reason to worry about them.
Good to hear. All right, well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to retire to my tent as well. And he goes over and beds down for the night. You see the light is on pretty late for him. It looks like he's, based on the silhouette, it seems like he's writing something. But, yeah. There's several tents set up at different points.
I want to look to Pawn. I say, are you as interested as what he's writing as I am?
Who's doing dishes?
Sorry, my flowers got stinky because I need to change the water. So I'm changing the water. It's not dishes.
Um,
There's
I
a nearby
mean, a
stream that
little
flows
bit.
slightly. That's where the sound
Even
is.
even money would say that it's just boring academia. Oh, we found artifact 32,
Oh, I'm sure that's.
object for ritual use in square 3C.
I feel like if Purser was here, he would be making angry noises, but
I mean, that is archaeology.
no, I know, but I'm saying like between it being nerd shit and Purser's real life specialty, or Dan's rather. But
He's
yeah,
I still
he's
think before we
anthropology.
leave. Yeah. I still think before we leave, it's just worth a glance, just to
Yeah,
keep the
I
shield
mean, I
sharp.
agree with that.
If nothing else, but to keep the skill sharp.
yeah. So you guys like, how do you set up tents yourself? Like, how are you selling this, or is it just like we don't have tents, we just flop down in the grass, which
Probably
may
literally we're
be
just gonna take a
pleasant.
rest before we go talk to them.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
you're not setting up tent camp yourself here. You're just like rest, give your mounts a chance to sit down type thing. Give them some water, rest. Okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Like
Sharpen the
extended short
blade,
rests. Yeah,
apply lotions.
lotions help indeed. They mostly help avoid the like you can already feel a horrific level of itch starting as you're putting the lotion on. Like
Oh.
that it didn't seem to do a lot of damage initially, but that would have been like the itchiest you've ever been by a wide margin.
Um, at the risk of sounding offensive, Pick, do you happen to have any insect repellent?
I know some things that they do not like in my home. I can go look.
I love is that's the almost the exact same wording Purser used when he first asked Pig for that. Like a year ago, in real life, when they first
uh,
went into the swamps.
she'll also look in her bag to see if any of that was in part of the kit that was recommended. Like if they gave her any, like if they're like this helps the soft bodies, like not be
Yeah,
miserable.
there are basic insect repellents and things. There's also a strong leech repellent that's recommended,
Okay.
which you guys haven't actually been through the
Yes.
jungle much, but like once you start foraging through leaves and stuff, they
She'll pull
tend
those
to,
things out
yeah.
and she'll be like, this is what I was given for these things, but I'll go take a quick look around. Can I like make a survival check to see if I can find any like the
Yeah, yeah,
equivalent of
absolutely.
wild citronelle?
The main issue here, it's a little harder than usual because you don't have those like emerald ant or violet ants back home. But on the other
Yeah.
hand, they're better than scissor beetles. Like scissor beetles don't; those are an actual threat. So
Yeah, those are really bad. Um, all right, she'll do a check around to see if she finds any of the natural bug repellent things that people use, that the drow use.
okay. Yeah, you would find something like if this is the same plant, it doesn't look exactly identical. It's a little bigger, but it looks almost identical, and it makes your fingers tingle the same way when you touch it. So yeah, this is probably a pretty good like if you basically if you burn this and stand in the smoke, it tends to really drive off most insect life.
Okay. She'll make some cuttings of it and wrap it with cloth instead of touching it and bring it back and say, when they use this to drow, they burn it and the smoke will keep it away. So when we sleep, I do not like it. And
Yeah,
so
like it's occasionally it's used for pranks among your people, like you remember when you were
teenage,
younger.
yeah.
But also like the Sulatar, occasionally Volcori, but largely Sulatar have used it to like they have like little bombs of it to drive off theoretical attacks by your people. That's
Hmm.
almost a never thing, but occasionally they do poke around ruins that irritate your people, so you've seen them use it.
I have a poisoner's kit. Could I like kind of take it to the next level? Could I like grind it up, burn it, and turn it into like a salve, a paste, or something like that? Is that
You the problem is you don't know this at all. You don't know the difference between like, okay, it's condensed down, now it's way stronger, and condensed down, now it'll kill everything. Like you don't know where it crosses the line into it burns your lungs from the inside out type thing.
Hmm.
This is because it's completely unfamiliar to you.
Of
She would
course.
warn that it looks almost identical to the ones back home, but it is slightly bigger, so always test on smaller bits first. But it tingles when I touch it like the one back home.
Okay, so it has a effect on humanoids too.
Mm, I don't know if it will affect you. It affects me because we are very different. Uh, our people use it to play pranks on each other
That's the
sometimes.
nicest. That's the nicest way to put that. Vic. That was adorable. That was. I don't know if you've noticed, Indigo. We are. There's tiny little moth purse. Fucking great.
I have noticed. Okay.
But they use it to prank each other, and occasionally the Volcori use it on our people if they are mad at us. So
Hmm.
it is very bad. I do not like it. But it might work good for you because they use it to keep other types of bugs away back home.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll hold on to it and figure out how best to use it. Appreciate the help,
Yes, just use it on Tiny Spot if you use it on you first.
of
Make
course.
sure it is the same.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll put anti and insect herbs in my bag.
Okay. Yeah. Activation is like I said, you burn it and basically stand in the smoke for a minute, and it seems to render you resistant to insect life. The anti-leech stuff is very waxy. You put it on and it just kind of like seals your pores for a while. But
Hmm.
anyways, yeah, you guys wait. It is
That's
about dark. If you wanted to try and stealth and go down and investigate the portal more directly, you can. Purser is the one who's been holding on to the transcend key, but really anybody could use it. Let me see. I don't think it requires attunement. Let me take a look at it. Magic items. There we go. Wonderful. That's what I needed. Okay. Eberron magic items. Here we go. Where's your gold? Pain's eye. And a thunderbolt. Protection. Transcend key. Here we go. Okay. Does not require attunement. I will just put this in notes and you guys can look at it. So I'll put it in loot. You had this, but this way everybody can see.
Perhaps.
But yeah, activating it is like basically what causes it to go green. So you would get within 30 feet, use this, it goes dark.
Okay, so it doesn't work in reverse. Like you can't just disable them.
Yeah, you can turn them off.
And we don't have to be all the way up next to it, which actually is a little bit better. Plausible deniability. Easier to sneak up closer. All right. Well, I do believe that I am ready to help.
Isn't there a transcend gate near our place?
Yeah, yeah, that's the this island right here, one of the smaller islands in the Comparing Islands. There's a lot of gates, a lot of places. It's just the problem is the little map that it projects doesn't tell you what ones work and what ones have been
I
broken.
hate this place. Get me out.
So we could literally
I
go
have
almost
to get
anywhere in
out.
Zendrick.
You could. It's if you try to go to a gate that's broken, it's probably just going to kick you into Kolkaran's heart.
And where is that on the map?
Nice place,
That's a good question. It may be within Zja Aquat.
Why isn't that in the desert?
Yeah, that's the city state that made this whole network. So it probably is somewhere there, maybe. They're the ones who harnessed the plane of inspiration to make this. Some people would call it the plane of madness.
I,
Yeah.
Wait, so have you all been to Zajalakat? Oh, Zajalakat. I see it on the map. There it is, to the west in the desert.
The party has not.
No.
The only person who's actually used the gate in the party is Pick. And she basically hacked open the one back home. She had a giant spirit ghost like tell her how to hotwire it to open it.
I have to get out of here.
Yeah, you could jump through and be closer to Mishann.
Speaking of, are there any of the spirits around? Since
Uh,
she did do her
I would
focus
s-
for.
So out of the city, there's a lot fewer giant spirits. You
Okay.
haven't run into any around
Here.
here. There was almost certainly buildings and such around here, but this probably wasn't so much a place as people lived. It's a lot closer to an airport. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely impression of people coming and going, but not a lot of like spirits of the dead here. People were not interred or such.
Okay. Not a lot of echoes. Well, there were a spirit on the other side, but none here. None that I see yet.
Yeah. So do you want to stealth up or like that would
Yeah.
involve rolls and things like that? Okay.
Well, let's see. I think I can cast silent image from a good 60 feet. Yeah, so I'll have to get within 60 feet. But it's dark, so that should help. I have advantage when it's dark. 23.
Okay. 23. Yeah, the guards either aren't looking for you or they're pretty busy watching the tree line. It's like groups of two. They're not the best you've seen, but they're far from the worst. You get the feeling that if you can't do a decent night watch, your expedition usually doesn't survive very long out here. So, sort of a competency through reduction. So yeah, they don't spot you, but they're probably going to notice obvious changes if like they looked around and a tent was gone or there was a fire or stuff like that. But yeah, you're stealth. And you want to place a silent image of like a glowing gate there. Same thing.
Yeah, basically like exactly how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you put silent image up? I want to see how long it lasts.
Yeah, got you. Last 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. So what is the plan there? So you cast this and a 15-foot cube. Let me look at the map. Is big. This is a giant sized game. Range. Here we go. It is a gate. It honestly might be a bit big for that. Yeah, it's about 30 feet wide.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like these gates were made to transport giants and giant equipment
damn.
with them. Yes.
Too big.
How big can you make it?
15-foot cube. I think my darkness spell is bigger though.
I think you could make it, and it's not like they're probably going to notice. Like, they might be like, oh, it got smaller. And then it'll last for a minute, and then it's closing slowly. But that's still something that it's like, we're packing up, and they see us packing up, and then we get up and leave, and then like it's smaller.
Yeah, we could do something like that
And-
where I'll just mirror like the effect, like based on the center of the gate. Expand it as much as I can, make it look convincing, and then when she closes it, I kind of want it to look like it's starting to, like it's just a smaller reduced effect, and I'll keep that going for 10 minutes.
And then we're heading out anyway, so they may not even notice right away that it's gone. We can cross our fingers. We can combine this with a distraction if we want to, but
Okay. So as you guys are packing up, the gate will start to shrink by perspective of guards, and then blink out 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Because it does look like you can alter it as you move location, so moving location would be a shrinking. I'm fine with that. Illusion's already nerfed to hell. Yeah, let's... Oh, I heard a ding.
I did too.
Huzzah! We have Dan. Welcome.
Dan!
Yay!
Hello, Daniel.
Release me.
Big dog Dan.
Aw.
You alright,
Missed
bud?
you.
I'm assuming no.
It was just a long day.
Ah, fair enough. Party is currently trying to turn off the gate that they found.
Oh,
We went up to the treasure hunters that we were told to help out, and surprise, surprise, they're racist assholes. So, like,
I can
we're
fix
trying to
one
find
of
a
those
compromise.
problems.
And so you still need to win this favor, so we have to bite our lip and just deal with this.
we're
Well-
using sabotage at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, the plan is to go and help the natives right now.
I don't think that'll give us our favor.
Yeah,
That's
we
We're
are
trying to do it
currently
in a way where-
we are currently sabotaging the field of archaeology.
Look, here's
Aside
the-
from
here's the-
that, is the closing the gate a technical problem or a practical problem?
It is the key can close it just fine. It's just a matter of their party is trying not to reveal that you guys have the key to make this work.
Or I could
Because-
cast an invisibility on someone, and they could just go up and do
Well,
what they need to do.
allow me to introduce myself. I could
Okay.
just close it.
The other important part of the plan is just that, like, when we go up, like basically we'll have done our job regardless, as long as we come up and we say, yeah, we talked to the drow, they're not going to bother you anymore, and then like they just don't.
If we can figure it out, because we can close it. We know we can just close it.
Yeah.
The thing we were worried about is making sure that they don't know we can turn it on and turn it off. We're just like, hey, we're here to talk to the drow, and they're just like, oh, these dirty savages are probably just angry. We're walking on their dirt, and they talk about spirituality, and of course, it's just an excuse for violence. And Pick is just like, I really want to kill this guy.
He sucks for real.
He sucks for real, but we have the key. So what we were planning on doing is having Indigo do an illusion, which is smaller than the size of the gate. The gate is like 30 feet. His illusion will be like 15 feet. But we're packing up to go. We said we're going to hang out here for a minute. We're going to rest our horses or rest our creatures, and we're going to go on to speak to the drow at night because it's more direct and polite to arrive when they're awake. So we're just going to rest because we've been traveling for 3 days. We'll leave it when it gets dark, and we'll head out. And so the guards are going to see that it went from 30 feet to 15 feet. And by the time we're 10 minutes away into the jungle, it will close because that's how long the illusion lasts, was our current plan. So it won't look
I
like we
really
had
like
anything to
that
do with
plan.
it all.
Purser
Good
approved.
plan.
So that's what we were in the middle of
And,
executing.
Just because I am that incredible of a DM,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
am going to show you guys an image of the dig site, just so that you have a better mental picture. Just need to add the night filter. There we go. Change there. All right, let's put you here. This is just so you have an idea of things. These looking guys are guards. These are workers. This is your new BFF, and this is the gate. Yeah, they kind
Oh.
of dig down into the hill. Look at that. Look at that. That is an incredible map. Isn't it?
It's really cool.
You're welcome, everyone. Yeah. But yeah, so that's basically what you're working with.
I wish we could throw him into the portal before we closed it because I don't think he would live on the other side.
We could.
That could
But-
be arranged.
Don't think That would
I don't think we
actually.
should do that.
It won't
That
help
would-
us, but
That
it would
hinder
feel
the
good.
goal. Yeah, that would hinder the goal of like.
You said this thing is
returning him
30
safely.
feet wide. How tall is it? Is it also just 30 by 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
That. Yeah. Honestly, I have exact measurements somewhere, but we're gonna go with 30 by 30.
It's probably not super important. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to
No,
get a
you're good.
mental image here.
But yeah, so Indigo it creeps up, or
Yeah.
does.
Should I get on the map?
I mean, if you want to, sure. And
I think it just have to be within 60 feet. Is that what it was?
hold on a sec. Let me do something cool. Let me take advantage of this. Place party. All right. Everyone is placed magically. All right. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. And yeah, I just wanted to press that button. And yeah, as the rest of the party gets ready to go, Indigo with the Transcend key in hand and sneaking along, legs only slightly numb as opposed to horrifically itchy, you are able to close the gate when you get close enough.
So just like a nice little quiet casting of silent image right on the center of it to kind of match the pattern of it swirling and whatever else.
Yeah, just
And-
that kind of like muted flickering.
Yeah.
And then you would close it, like you cast it first so that it seems like it just shrinks.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, yeah, then as you
Then
guys are
activate the-
packing up and getting onto your feathered mounts who don't like moving at night but are willing to, with a few like claws, they're not fond of it, but with a few bird noises, you can eventually get them going. And then suddenly the gate seems to shrink to half its size and flicker, which causes like initially just a double take, and then one of the guards runs over to Daedric's tent and immediately alerts him. He'll come out and run over and start inspecting it. And Indigo, you're probably close enough to hear him. Like, he starts off half cussing out the guard. What did you do? But he eventually seems to believe that he didn't do anything, or at least not willing to pursue it further at the moment, and is trying to inspect what's going on.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
We should
Bless you.
probably go.
And yeah, what you guys want to leave now, or do you want to go over and be like, oh, I wonder if it closed because you're an asshole?
I
No,
think,
just kind
I
of.
think former. I
fair.
appreciate opening up the options, but like,
We should
It's a
probably.
game about choices. I want you guys to know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that case, you can head out into the jungle at night. Are you using light sources, or is this just?
We
funsies?
have 2 people that just glow. Like we have green lanterns
Okay.
on the team. It's fine.
Yeah. You're no. That's absolutely fair. I just wanted to double check. With that in mind, are you guys? I don't know how, but are you trying to be stealthy
I'm
with
not.
people that glow?
I'm just gonna preemptively cast tongues and then like get ready to jam.
Okay, yeah, like once you think you're getting close, following the directions. Okay.
Yeah, I wanna help like mitigate the language barrier a little bit.
Okay.
I'm being stealthy.
Stealthy. Okay. Stealth. Are you
I've been
climbing
rolling really
trees, or-
shitty. 9.
Oh, I've been rolling shitty 26.
Well, when you roll a
You will.
natural 9,
Yeah, Chief,
and
Chief, this
eight.
isn't Pathfinder.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I heard an Are you like are going back to the canopy? Like, what are the odds they would be bad shit up there twice, right?
So I do have the anti-insectoid sort of thing. Just gonna try to use a little bit of it. Just kind of stand in some smoke, light it up real quick, get it on me, and
Presumably that makes you smell. That seems like it would be bad for stealth.
oh well,
I mean,
for
it
things that are
does-
trying to smell me out.
It does tend to fend off like bugs. Yeah, you see bugs like fear your presence. Um,
All right, then yeah, we're back to the trees.
what's your passive as you're up there?
16.
That's when
And
the giant king cobra swooped down.
Yeah, from the sky.
Caw from Jungle Book.
but give me whoever's the guide here. Usually that falls to pick, but I
Mhm.
wouldn't blame Purser if he wanted to reprise his role. Um, give me a nature check to try and find the trail, following direction.
Isn't
I
it
would say at
survival?
advantage. Sure.
I think that's what that is. Nature is like, what is that?
You know, we can go with that. Both work acceptably.
22.
Light news, yeah. That's Hick is falling back into that old role pretty comfortably. Which, yeah, now that I think about it, without Bemi, it's two people who are accustomed to jungle living. Purser, just a heads up. It's as humid as it was in the worst places back on the main islands. And
Luckily, I have some new advantages in my fire resistance and masterwork underwear.
that's
What?
Masterwork
Wait, what?
underwear, you say?
have
Plus
master.
5.
yeah, he spent the money.
When in the goddamn hell?
If you wanted masterwork underwear that protects you from the heat, then you should have been on the adventure with us when I went to the whatever.
I forgot you
our
guys
capital.
need strange under wrappings, and I should have thought of that. I'm sorry, Leo.
You have
you-
magic
you're
whitey
good.
fucking tighties?
No, it's like
Sorry, man, I
entire
wasn't here
long
yet.
johns. He wears it under the uniform.
Yeah, no, he
Oh.
actually did. I remember him buying that. Yeah.
Sorry, man, I
You
wasn't
know,
here.
Luker did the exact same shit like forever ago.
Yeah, but he's not here, is he?
Yeah, but you know,
I gotta
I'm
buy you
not
guys
sure
good
why
under
you're
wraps.
surprised about this. Like,
Yeah, I
No,
don't
I
remember
wasn't
the
with.
name
I
of
wasn't in this
it.
campaign when that happened,
No,
Scott.
you were. You just didn't need them because you
Yeah,
were.
yeah, Mercy
Rolo.
didn't need them.
yeah.
I wasn't fucking here at all. I got out after the shit show at the camp.
Oh, you were there. You were there for it.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't there for it.
I think
true. That's
Balthazar got
objectively-
socks. Of
Yeah,
the same
Balthazar did get some socks, and to be fair, your feet have been immensely comfortable during this entire travel, Balthazar.
And while Poniard looks just like a miserable, wet,
Like a
uncomfortable
wet cat.
Yeah,
Aw,
drinking so
That,
much
um,
water.
put that on Pick's note. She's gonna have to buy Poniard some of the fancy under wrappings.
Oh, side note, Dan. We did
Magic
get
noodles.
pick a set of +2 studded leather.
Okay.
But
How
we
much
can
was
sell
that?
the.
Out of party funds, yes.
Then yeah, we have to put the other one back. I didn't know it was out of party funds, but thank you.
How much did it cost out of the party funds? Because I don't think anyone touched the spreadsheet.
Sam, how much did that
Was-
+2 set of studded leather armor cost?
That is a good question. I have it right here.
I was just gifted this, Daniel. I didn't know.
It's fine.
You were gifted it because everybody's like, she's not gonna buy it herself. We gotta get her something. Yeah. Let's see here. Rooms, party loot,
And we can sell the +1 she was wearing when we get back.
And I believe, let's see, +2 is, I think, rare, or is it very rare? Let's see. That was she.
I think that might even be very rare.
Yeah. Armor, rarity, +2. Yep. So a very rare magic item can be a little pricey.
Yes.
I would say because you got it specifically from a Thri-Kreen group or a Thri-Kreen party member, I would say it would have been cheaper. So about 8K.
We have
Jesus Christ.
5,805.
Release us.
There we go.
Is that after the purchase, or did we just not have enough?
We just don't have that much.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
That's okay. We can say it was very cute. It was more suited +1 than she had. Like it was
You
actually
guys-
made for 3 cranes.
Do you guys remember like 4 days ago of in-game time when we had money?
Yeah, wasn't it like 20? Wait a minute, you didn't have that much. I literally did not know that. Okay. Well then.
Sam, we need to complete another quest quickly. We need more money.
We can
We
say
don't
that
have.
it was just cute studded purple leather armor with the armor
Okay,
with
no,
the
Ponder
And
can
it
put
continues.
in 1,000.
Okay.
No, I don't want that much. Don't take the whole party fund.
Get it later. It's
So
fine.
give her some Versace bug clothes. Got it.
I mean,
We'll figure out the problem later.
yeah,
We don't need
they
to
put it
interrupt.
on. You know what? They put it on layaway for you. There you
You know, she's
go.
got like I don't know what the right green like how many legs they have, but let's get her like some Gucci flip flops.
There you go. Yeah. Feel,
She
fit.
she have like four legs, man. That's a style. It's a status symbol.
Wait, I thought she
Uh,
had six,
She has two
two
legs,
legs
four
and
arms.
4
2 legs,
arms.
4 arms. Yep.
So still the
That's
same amount of Gucci flip flops, just
Yeah.
two.
They just-
Exactly.
yeah,
Get her a custom Supreme shirt.
yeah.
She needs at least 2 AP watches.
Yeah. Okay. So, but that's a future thing. That's a future purchase.
Okay.
Okay.
Not sure what the meaning of ice means.
We're not touching that one in the current climate.
No,
But
not that kind of
I
ice.
know, I know that's not what you meant. Ice diamond crap. Okay. So, but if you follow Dedrick's directions, you will be able to eventually find what looks like a tribesman camp. It's a natural indentation, likely carved during floods, and it would have been nearly impossible to find from ground level without knowledge of the area or without pretty precise directions. That's why you didn't. That's why the check. I mean, you really aced it. Like you had pretty good directions to get to it. It's not that far. And yeah, as you get closer to it, the jungle is as usual, alive with noise even at night. You hear like the faint, almost coughing roar of a displacer beast in the distance. Um, like screeches, hisses, constant like a heavy noise from the different insects. And as you get closer to it, pick, I would say, pick and probably Jotazo, both of you, would notice a bird call that's off season. You're not sure if it's the same on the mainland, but in the islands, that bird doesn't do its mating call for a couple months yet.
Well, Pick is going to figure they're within 120 feet. And so she is going to just project, "Hello, friends."
Okay, so just like psychically yelling
Yep.
into the woods. Okay, or all right. Well, you do see 6 tents set up along with a few crates, polished table with wheels that looks like it could be converted into a small cart. Um, but yeah, despite like the smell of wood smoke and it looks like the kind of banked embers, the fire doesn't seem to be particularly active. And let's see.
"We do not mean you any harm. Our party is here to speak with you."
Okay. Then everyone but Indigo, who is currently Indigo, like how is how is travel but through the canopy? Like there's a lot of big trees that like you can run some of it, you can parkour some of it, but there's occasional big gaps. Do you want to
Well,
try and
that's
like
where
find a
my
vine
cloak
or
of the bat
something?
comes in handy.
Oh, okay, you're just gonna be flying. Okay.
Yeah, like I perch on from branch to branch when I want to get over to a big gap. I just fly across to the next one.
Okay, fair enough. The flight does help because as you were nearly throw yourself off a pretty sizable branch, as you're kind of moving along with the party, you have to move at a pretty good clip to keep up with them and their mounts, and you very nearly grab what seemed like a branch, but is a very angry viper. And
Ooh,
like throwing yourself into the air is a very good option to not get the hell bit out of you. Um, but yeah, it seems like there's different layers in the canopy, and there's a lot of things up here. But
interesting.
Yeah, but with the ability to fly, you're able to avoid the worst of some pretty lethal hazards. Uh, but yeah, you all hear a voice seemingly rising from the jungle itself. In common, you come from the man in White's den. Are you here for death?
No, we're here because that guy's an asshole.
Is that like the is that what Bonnie yells out into the woods?
She's very disgruntled right now.
Okay. Yeah, this is a bad day, like very frizzy. Okay. Um, is that the entirety of the party introduction? We are
I mean,
friends. Egber's
Leia
an
would follow
asshole.
up, and he has
Okay.
tongues up, so I guess this would like
It
register in
is
whatever.
universally applicable. Yep.
Yeah. He'll follow up with Poniard and say, we've come to reach peace with you. We're hoping to mitigate the problem with them.
At that, a Volcori drow lowers himself down from where he was hiding amid a patch of vines nearby. It would have let him drop pretty thoroughly on top of your group, but he doesn't seem to have noticed you, Indigo. But also, to his credit, you didn't notice him. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, these. If it's just him, then he's a master of this. If there's more of them, then it is. You have no idea. Like you didn't notice any signs of anybody. He's dressed almost entirely in Corvaran style clothes, from pants with a metal buckle to a steel reinforced sleeve on his left arm. His
I don't like this guy.
tattoos are also different than most you've seen. Um, I would say no, Pick wasn't there for that. I don't think. Purser or Jotazo, you could give me a history check to remember what these tattoos might indicate, because they look kind of familiar. But
You said he's
remember,
dressed in like Corvaran shit?
he's dressed in vaguely. Oh yeah, like a lot of his clothes are Corvaran.
Interesting.
That is interesting. By the way, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts just to try to pick up on if there's any other cognizant beings around me.
You are getting at least 6 feet feedbacks, like in surprisingly short distance.
Oh, shit.
You can't see them at all, but there's definitely, um, especially given how little time they must have had to hide. This is, I did have them roll for it, but they have some bonuses there.
I'll communicate that to the group. Obviously, they took protective measures. They have about at least 6 that I can detect up here. I don't know where they are, but they don't know where I am either. Just be advised.
Do you have an image for them? Oh, it'd be under Drow. PCs. But I'm sorry, what was the oh, let me see what you guys got. I have a history of 7 and Purser. If you are not at your desk, I can roll for you. Oh no, I see you there. Could I get a history, Purser? If you
1
recognize
moment.
the tattoos, perhaps.
If I may, can I do a history check on the Corvaran clothes?
Wow.
Oh wait a minute, you were with the party too. You could do a history check. I'm sorry. I'm at this point. I'm having a hard time remembering who was where. Okay. Actually, Balthazar, the tattoo pattern you see, honestly, probably because you were considering tattoos at the time. You recognize it.
Is that the guy I was going to get winning from?
No, but this is a similar design to Sujor's tattoos. And he was from a tribe of Aquatal Volcori. They're the ones he claimed protect Azendric from big threats, not concerning themselves with mundane issues. He was also the one who gave party the key to the Transcend Gate network. The drow who drops down says, I am Quinor of the Star Callers, if you do not want death, why have you come?
As said before, we are here in pursuit of peaceful resolution. We understand that the people of Stormreach have invaded some of your territories, and we are trying to disincentivize such behavior, but we ask that you perhaps give us a chance to do so.
The man in white speaks half lies. He ignored my warnings and attacked when I tried to tell him of the dangers the Transcend brings. If his clumsy digging does harm to Gate, it would unleash Traveler's Curse for many miles.
We are no underlings of his, sir. We are well aware of the dangers and are trying to steer him away from such threats. If you agree to leave him for some time and allow us to persuade him to leave, then we are confident that we can get him back to where he belongs quickly.
You
And
are no allies, but you wish to have him leave?
We have other duties that require we not bring upon him what he may deserve.
We would like for him
Seems
to leave this plane of life, but we cannot because we have other obligations.
yes, his,
the
his
death mobs.
bastard's leader is important to us, sadly.
I will warn you regardless. I've learned he's been digging elsewhere, unearthing things that the worst of my ancient kin took part in. The Transcend can be dangerous. Those magics always are. You are few, yet you act with confidence, as if many. The Cursed City produces many like you. And he looks around, and you guys do see some other drow start to like lower themselves out of the jungle, and they're definitely not completely letting their guards down, but they are going like they're heading back over to the camp now that it seems like there's not going to be violence. And what you guys
Fucking
do?
elven drop bears just all over the jungle.
Racing party?
Yeah, don't fuck with the drow, especially in their home turf.
Yeah, honestly, like it's if you've lived here for that long, you're probably pretty good at hiding.
It's like
Do I sense that all of them have like came down from around me? Like they're leaving? Was that?
It wasn't all from around you, it was just like scattered around
Yeah.
relatively close by.
Yeah, yeah.
And Indigo will put you over here in the wood line.
Why am I in
So
the
far,
back?
I don't know. Put yourself wherever. Um, but yeah, as he looks at the other drow, he says, almost like the Antar Kull. Very well, if you mean what you say. I wish for the gate to be secured and acknowledged as the burden of the Starcaller tribe. Otherwise, your city will keep sending fools to poke and scrape until it breaks and curses
We,
territory.
we believe that we may have already made progress on that front, in fact. We have deactivated the gate for the time being, and though they may foolishly send more men regardless, their incentives to pursue it are quite low, as to them, they cannot access its great power or magics.
I do not think that will stop them. I think we would have to do something to make sure the tribes stay in control, because these people are new. Your people are new, much like in my home, and some of this must be acknowledged to be theirs and to be theirs going forward for the rest of their generations. These people do not know what they are doing, and they do not respect them.
Quinor sort of gives like a half shrug, half like shakes his head. I don't expect long term from people in Curse City. They will likely all be gone soon. But yes, something to keep them from coming to poke and scrape. They will break it.
Also, if I may, please do not associate with the degenerates in this city.
It is Curse City.
It
He
is.
just sort of
Yeah,
shrug. He just
yeah.
sort of shrugs, he doesn't even seem that upset about them doing shitty things. He's like, yeah, they're living in a Curse City. Like, of course they're gonna be crazy. Like, that just seems to be at least how there. It wasn't quite so blatant, but there seemed to have been a lot of like similar looks when you guys were going through the tribesmen who were like farming. None of them really seemed eager to like actually go anywhere near Stormreach.
It's a
They
bad
just
place.
they just
Is
seem to
there
regard it. Yeah. Go ahead.
is there a way that we could make their position at the dig sites untenable without putting your people at risk?
Mm, so out of character, I'm not sure what you mean. Like,
So like disease or flooding or like just anything that can just
Swarm
make
of
being out here
insects.
so fucking miserable that they can't bear it.
Wise purser, can you not control the weather?
Vice Purser to give them a pestilence.
I think that
I'm
can't biological warfare is not really my jam.
so
I kind of
I will also point out. I'm sorry to cut you off. I will point out that right now your issue is the archaeologist who seems to have a pretty good idea of what he's found. You would either need to like convince him that he's wrong somehow, or like in some other way prove that this is like it's not viable, or say that like, hey, only the tribe, you could say only their tribe can use it, or like, I mean, that might lead to bad things too, but there's ways to approach it. But he has a pretty good idea of what it is, so he's probably has a good idea of its value. That's the downside. Like, yeah, a storm might force them away initially, but if he's around, he's gonna be pushing for like, guys, it's a working airport, I think. We need to get this working. Like, or we need to get this, we need to figure out how to make it work for us. Like
I
that
think
that would be his big thing.
I think convincing him of the curse would be potentially the way to go, convincing him that it is cursed and that to use it would be a curse and would potentially affect Stormreach. Like it will enact the things that will make people crazy. Like, yeah, you can poke at it, but it's gonna make you nuts, and eventually it could make everyone nuts. Like this is not
Or
what
at
this is.
least make like what it would do is it would make spatial stuff to stop working. So you would go out, you in Stormreach, if they fuck this up, you would get out to go to the pub from your home and end up in the frozen wastes in the south.
Yeah.
Or you would like a stormlord would take a carriage and end up in the deserts to like to the far west or something. Like the once the spatial magic goes nuts, it's the traveler's curse, which just means everybody but Thri-Kreen starts getting basically teleported when they try to go somewhere. Um,
Will teleport me off this fucking place.
it
Probably
would
to a
teleport
worse
you
one.
somewhere. Yes, it
yeah, it's
teleport
just
you to
a
somewhere
different
else
part of
in
this awful
Zipdrick.
place.
Yeah, you'd get a
You may not
change of
die of
scenery,
humidity, but you could die freezing or in the desert.
or
I'll
you
take
could
my.
end up in the
You know
Valley
what?
of Shadows, which would make all of those options sound.
uh
It's not Stormreach.
I think
That's true.
so like Leo's perspective. This is out of character, but like Leo's perspective is largely like we like this is very like big picture stuff. We like our job only pertains to this job. Like we just have to get him to leave right
Yeah,
now, and then it's someone
yeah, yeah.
else's problem. Like he doesn't really care about the long
You
term
could go up and
ramifications.
knock out the archaeologist and like tie him up and carry him home. Like that
Do,
that he's still
Pix
technically safe.
Pick's obviously going to care more about the long term
Yeah,
of it. Like she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we need to figure out a way to tell them that this is bad, and them poking at it is bad because she doesn't want the drow to get hurt.
Much
no, for
so.
sure. This is a big fucking problem. I'm just saying that my character is
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
Yeah.
a kind of detached
is
in that way.
No, that makes sense.
is it a big problem for the local drow if the gate is permanently disabled?
No, but permanently disabling it means breaking it. Like, so I guess yes. Like that's why they have somebody there to basically
Okay.
like they don't have the arcane knowledge to turn it from on to off permanently. It's just designed to open if it works, if you have the right abilities or
Right.
the tool. That's why they usually assign, one of these tribes to watch over each gate.
Mhm.
This guy seems to be a tribe of one at the moment, but that was the case also with the other one. So maybe they're sort of a rare group even among the Volkori. But yeah, it seems like it's less you turning them off just means breaking them to the point they don't work, and then you run the risk of it going nuts.
Right. Much I'd love to keep going. I need to get going.
Yeah, I know we're at the end of time. I didn't realize it until just now, but yeah, I think this is a decent spot to end. You guys can mull about things and discuss it by all means.
Cool.
But thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I hope
GG,
everybody had
everybody.
fun. And next time
Thanks
we'll
for
see
running.
what to do with the whole with the big questions. So
That's one kind of outro theme.
yeah, I like it. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys
Yep.
next week, assuming we're all available.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be.
Cool.
See everyone next time.
See you next
See you then.
time.